What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories.
7 BM. Chapter 151. Advertise here. Rumble. The whole earth is shaking. The terrifying Sage Art Chakra energy instantly turned into a huge sea of fire. Jiraiya's oil, Shima's fire style, and Deep Made Wind style merged into one place, forming a hot oil and a terrifying sea of fire, and went away. All of a sudden, the miscellaneous soldiers who came out of Impure World Reincarnation, and White Zetsu were directly obliterated countless. Nagato couldn't help but frown slightly. What a powerful force. Is this the teacher's whole card? Sage mode, really can't be underestimated. However, boom. Dirty Soil Nagato directly used Rinnegan's abilities again. Hungry Keto. Sealing technique sucks the mark. Rumble, rumble. The terrifying sea of oil is nothing but Sage Art and escape technique after all, it is chakra transformed. In the hands of the Dirty Soil Nagato, slowly being swallowed up a little bit. Can such a scale be absorbed? It seems that ninjutsu and sage art are difficult for him. What about physical skills? Jiraiya frowned and smiled bitterly. He is the body of Impure World Reincarnation, and physical skills can never cause damage. What's more, his Shen Luo Tianjung is also difficult to approach. Shen Zuo Zima nodded. Then, you can only use illusion. Jiraiya smiled and said. Then bother you too, I don't know anything about illusion. Good. Dirty Soil Nagato was also moved in his heart. Of course he will not give them a chance. Want to use illusion? Impossible. Shira armor. Shira's attack. Boom. Boom. He directly used the power of Shira Dao to summon a mechanical armor, and even one arm was directly turned into a machine. Several missiles were released. Go bombarded towards Jiraiya. Look at me. Toad Wen was precautionary too early, and slashed away with one sword. Boom. The missile exploded, but he was blown upside down by the force of the counter shock. And take this opportunity. Illusion. Toad is singing. The two Toad sages performed illusion at the same time. Toad is singing. This is the ultimate auditory illusion. As long as someone hears it, the whole person will be immediately imprisoned in a unique enchantment. Then, I was pierced through the body by Mount Myoboku's characteristic stone sword. Unable to move, can't break free, and Nagato of Impure World Reincarnation is no exception. At this moment, he was about to continue performing the technique, but suddenly. Boom. The whole person seemed to be trapped in a confinement barrier. Moreover, the body was directly penetrated by the huge stone sword. This is illusory. Jiraiya and the two Toad sages saw Nagato unable to move, they were relieved. Sure enough, do you still rely on illusion? The two Toad sage coughed. This illusion has a great influence on us, and it can't be easily displayed. Jiraiya smiled and said, however, in this way, he can be imprisoned and sealed again. He will immediately step forward and seal Nagato. However, at this moment, boom, Dirty Soil Nagato, unexpectedly moved again. What? Toad prosing is cracked. What's the matter? Jiraiya frowned and suddenly thought of something. I understand, Impure World Reincarnation was originally someone behind the scenes manipulating the will of the puppets. Although Nagato is indeed hit by illusion, but as long as the man behind the scenes changes his will, he can crack it. So, I'm afraid illusion won't work either. Dirty Soil Nagato has just been controlled, and now he is sober, but very angry. Teacher, your strength really is much stronger. In my impression, you don't know anything about illusion. I was careless. However, the teacher cannot resist this next move. Snapped. Nagato snapped his hands together. Jiraiya's face changed suddenly. Finally coming. Rinnegan's last resort. Ji-Ma immediately said, what kind of move is that? Jiraiya said solemnly. Planetary devastation. The legendary sage of six paths, created the horrible moves of the moon. Shima and Shensaku couldn't help being surprised. This is really troublesome. Rumble, rumble. The whole earth was shaking, and it seemed to be terrified of Nagato Rinnegan's power. Even other ninjas, fighting in other places, stopped for a while. What is that? That kind of power? Is it real? Too strong. The soaring chakra was clearly predicting, like everyone else, the next move. It will break the sky and the earth. Just at this critical moment. Suddenly, the paper of God technique. Boom. Wow. Pieces of paper, as if turned into shurikens all over the sky, poured out frantically and shot away. But the goal is not Jiraiya, but find flowers. Nagato. Nagato was about to perform his final technique, and was suddenly attacked by origami shurikens. He could only stop temporarily and suddenly stretched out his palm. Shen Luo Tianjung. Boom. All the origami shurikens were all shot out. As if a violent wind swept the leaves. Easy. You. Conan. Nagato and Jiraiya screamed at the same time. The huge origami wings behind Conan flapped lightly, and then landed slowly. It's me, Nagato, and, teacher. Nagato frowned. Conan, why did you shoot me? Conan looked at him with sadness and pain in his eyes. Nagato, are you still fighting like this? ... 0. You are just a puppet of others. Have you forgotten who killed you? Nagato was silent for a moment. Although he was defeated by Uchiha Qianyu, it was Obito who really caused his death. That man not only killed him, but also captured his Rinnegan. And now, he has come out of Impure World reincarnation as his own tool. Conan sighed, we have been used all the time, as a flag of battle. Fight with the teacher, and in turn seal Nagato. Scholar. This time, she stood in the direction of teacher Jiraiya. Nagato said, of course I know that man has been using us, but are we not using him? In order to achieve our goals, this is an acceptable compromise. Conan said angrily. The most unacceptable thing for me is that they used you and killed you, but after you die they still play with your soul, using you as a combat tool. As a puppet to realize their own ambitions. So, even if the tail beasts are gathered, what you get is the resurrection of 10 tails, and the plan with those 2 men succeeded. Our actions. No, Nagato, I can't allow it. Nagato, haven't you awakened yet? Conan shook his head. No, Nagato. It's meaningless at all. Conan, you. Conan's body slowly turned into the state of God's origami technique. Nagato frowned. It's just that we failed. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. I want to personally seal you. Let your soul rest in peace. From the beginning, what we did has no meaning. Chapter 152. Advertise here. Dirty soil, Nagato said coldly. Conan, I didn't expect you to be against me. Conan said in pain. I want to understand and save your pain. Very good, but, even if you are with the teacher, you can't be my opponent. Snapped. Nagato's hands snapped together again. Conan immediately said. Teacher, you can't let him perform this trick, otherwise you and I can't resist it. I see. Jiraiya flicked her hair. Sage art. Mao Gen Senbon. Chi 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 chi. Jiraiya's long white hair instantly turned into a storm-like hair needle offensive. Pouring out. Bursting away. At the same time, Conan also displayed his own technique. Paper shuriken. The origami turned into a shuriken, and also lost towards Nagato. However, this time, Nagato didn't even evade at all. Oops. He is the body of Impure World reincarnation. Even if he does not evade, he is only temporarily broken when hit by our attack. It will be fixed soon. I can't stop this trick. Snapped. Nagato's body was pierced by thousands of holes in the hair needle Senbon. And the origami shuriken cut into blood stains. But still, forced to display this last nirvana. Planetary devastation. A small black ball flew to the sky in an instant. As if to shade the sun. Then, the terrifying roar resounded throughout the world. The whole earth finally started to tremble. Rumble. Rumble. The huge lands broke apart directly. Rocks, trees, shrubs, weeds. Together with the entire earth, they fell apart directly, and were attracted by the terrifying black ball on the firmament, and began to soar towards the sky. What? For a time, I didn't know how many ninjas, the Impure World reincarnation's miscellaneous soldiers, and White Zetsu were all sucked up at the same time. Jiraiya and Conan are no exception. Oops. Jiraiya frowned, and he immediately looked at the ball at the core. As this planetary devastation, it seems that the black ball is the center of the technique. Can it increase gravity to infinity, swallow everything, and seal everything? The only way to crack it, it seems. It takes incomparable terrifying power to explode and turn it into repulsive force to counteract the gravitational force of the black ball. Jiraiya immediately analyzed it. As for Conan, of course he knows Nagato's skills well. She sighed. Unexpectedly, it's still this far. Mr. Jiraiya, it seems I can only fight for it. Boom. Her body suddenly dispersed, and the pair of angel wings behind her turned into a rain of paper madly pouring out. Jiraiya frowned, and took a closer look. All of the origami papers were all initiating charms. So that's the case, is it the same as I thought? However, Conan is the person who knows the Nagato technique best, and her idea must be right. In that case. All ninja army, unleash your strongest long-range attack ninjutsu at the same time. This is the final blow. Yes, Lord Jiraiya. Conan immediately slammed all the prepared detonating charms, madly pouring out, turning into a rain of origami upstream toward the black ball in the sky. On the other hand, Jiraiya completely broke out the chakra. Sage Art. Super Big Ball Rasengan. Suddenly, the terrifying Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan was directly swallowed by suction. Shoot at the black ball instantly. And all the other ninjas also madly displayed their own ninjutsu at the same time. Fire Style. Dragon Fire Technique. Wind Style. Great Breakthrough. Water Style. Water Rushing Waves. Earth Style. Earth Dragon Bullet. Lightning Style. Thunder Dragon Technique. Of course, there are all kinds of detonating charms, huge shurikens, ninjas, and secret techniques, all of which are displayed together. And Tsunade, a melee-type ninja, violently kicked a large stone covered with detonation charms directly at the black ball. For a time, it seems that the world is silent. Then, boom, the terrifying explosion sounded violently. Conan's tens of thousands, maybe even more than 100 million detonating charms, exploded at the same time. Jiraiya's Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan, and it also exploded suddenly. You know, if not absorbed by the abilities of the Hungry Kido, Jiraiya's Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan is also described as a horrible move that can easily rise a mountain. Now that it has completely exploded, it has naturally set off an unparalleled wave of horror. From the new novel group 712,205,071. 111111. This group updates daily novels. From the new novel group 712205071. And all the other ninja techniques converged into a sea, all at one point, exploding at the same time. Boom. The terrifying air wave, turned into an unparalleled repulsion, instantly offset the suction power of planetary devastation. Boom. Boom. Above the entire sky, two huge forces cancel each other out. The black sphere disappeared. Everyone suddenly fell down along with the broken ground. Success. Jiraiya smiled slightly. Nagato couldn't help frowning. Unexpectedly, did you crack planetary devastation? Konan and Jiraiya fell to the ground and looked at Nagato. Nagato, let go. The way you are now, you have already deviated from your original self. Nagato was suddenly confused. Konan, teacher. However, just when he was confused, his eyes suddenly changed. Shen Luo Tianzheng. Rumble. The power of horror burst out again in an instant. Boom. Konan and Jiraiya were directly bounced out again. What happened? Konan frowned. Jiraiya said. He is probably completely controlled by the black hand behind Impure World Reincarnation. He now has no consciousness of himself. Konan said angrily. It's unforgivable to play with other people's souls. Jiraiya said, but in this way, his mobility will become worse. Konan, take advantage of this, and seal him completely. Okay, teacher. Nagato slapped both hands. Snapped. Universal pull. Two people were sucked in immediately. Missile. At the same time, the missile lost immediately. Careful. Fukasaku and Shima immediately displayed wind style and fire style. Rumble, rumble. All the missiles exploded immediately, and even Dirt Nagato was hit by wind style fire style's fusion technique. However, with a wave of his hand, Shenluo Tianzheng was launched again, and all the wind style fire style was blown away. Konan is teacher. Dirt Nagato was about to be activated again, suddenly. The rocks and clods that fell around him suddenly changed. It turned out to be a piece of detonating talisman. Obviously, it was Jiraiya and Konan, who had just cracked the planetary devastation and changed the detonating talisman to the form of falling gravel and dirt, and fell beside Nagato. But at this moment, he was finally directly aroused by Konan. Burst. Rumble. Rumble. In an instant, Nagato's body was blown to pieces. However, after a moment, he started to recover again. But, boom. One of the stones has become like Jiraiya. Shadow clone technique. Seal. Boom. Jiraiya directly pressed on the body of Nagato, which was recovering from the filthy soil, and runes immediately spread all over his body, imprisoning him in it. Dirty soil Nagato. Successfully sealed. Chapter 153. Advertise here. At the last moment when Nagato was sealed. His consciousness seemed to have recovered. He looked at Konan and Jiraiya. Rinnegan is full of confusion. Konan, teacher. What should I do? Jiraiya sighed. Nagato, I know all you want to pursue is peace, but because of the pain of losing Yahiko, you have gone to extremes. Your thoughts are too extreme, but you have been used by others. But don't worry, I believe that there will always be a peaceful day. I seem to have discovered the existence of that person. Nagato's heart moved slightly. Is it the son of prophecy that the teacher once said? Who does the teacher think? Jiraiya smiled slightly. He confidently said, Uchiha Qianyu. You can't go wrong, it's him. Nagato was silent for a moment. Yes, if it's a teacher, then I will believe it one last time. Yahiko and I will be in another world, waiting for your final answer. Goodbye, Konan. Goodbye, teacher. Afterwards, his whole person was completely sealed, and he could no longer move or speak. Konan was silent, gently wrapped the origami paper to wrap the body of Dirt Nagato. Teacher, before the Impure World Reincarnation technique is unlocked, I will keep the body of Nagato's Impure World Reincarnation temporarily. Don't worry 24, I won't let him show up again. Hope. The teacher can successfully solve this technique so that Nagato can rest in peace. Jiraiya nodded. Don't worry Konan, I assure you. Okay. Then, goodbye teacher. Konan took Nagato's body and left the battlefield. Obviously, I want to return to my home. For her, things in the world don't seem to be important anymore. The purpose of her appearance is just because she doesn't want Nagato to be used by others after he dies. Jiraiya looked at her leaving back and sighed. And on the other side. Tsunade is again in a fierce battle with Hanzo of the Salamander. Jiraiya smiled slightly. Tsunade, I'll help you. ... And at the moment, on another battlefield, a certain ninja coalition led by Fugaku, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. In a fierce battle with a group of white Zetsu. Although these white Zetsus are difficult to deal with, they are nothing to the Uchiha clan. Soon, these white Zetsu were beaten to pieces, and the battle was gradually over. However, at this moment, suddenly, a group of Impure World Reincarnation powerhouses came from afar. And the one in the front, it turned out to be his own son. Uchiha Itachi. Fugaku's heart suddenly moved. Sure enough, is it still here? He immediately shouted. Don't stop. Keep fighting. Until all enemies are beheaded. Yes, Captain. Faced with the powerhouses of impure world reincarnation, elite ninjas such as Uchiha Yatsushiro, Uchiha Inahu, and Uchiha Tiehuo immediately rushed to deal with them. As for Uchiha Itachi, he walked over slowly and looked at his father. Father, Itachi, did you still show up? Uchiha Fugaku sighed and said coldly. Uchiha Madara was silent for a moment. It seems that I can't help myself. This is the forbidden technique of impure world reincarnation, right? Good. I'm sorry, father, even if he is dead, he is still causing you trouble. However, Uchiha Itachi's body moved involuntarily. Fire style. Great fireball technique. Fugaku was naturally prepared. The same trick Great Fireball technique spit out suddenly. Boom. The fire style between father and son blasted in one place, burning the earth into a piece of scorched earth. This Great Fireball technique, my father taught me. Uchiha Itachi couldn't help sighing as he faced the battle. Fugaku said calmly, but I didn't expect that you would use him to deal with your father, your own people. Uchiha Itachi sighed. The thoughts in my heart may be extreme, but there is no chance to change it. There is no way to ask my father for forgiveness. Suddenly, Uchiha Itachi's eyes rolled suddenly. Father, be careful, Amaterasu. He directly displayed the ability of Mangekyo Sharingan. Amaterasu. Fugaku snorted. Boom. The eyes of his whole person suddenly turned into the shape of Mangekyo Sharingan. Then, rumble, Susanoo. With a bang, a huge Susanoo suddenly rose up. That is, Susanoo. Uchiha Itachi's Amaterasu instantly burned on Susanoo. However, Fugaku only split the burning part directly from the main body, and threw the chakra part of Susanoo onto the ground aside. Yes, this is my Susanoo. Itachi, do you know why I can turn on Susanoo? Uchiha Itachi was silent. Because of me, Fugaku said coldly. Not bad. Although, you are the rebel of the Uchiha clan, betrayed your parents, betrayed your family, and betrayed the entire clan. But you are my Uchiha Fugaku's son after all. I watched you die in front of me, do you think I would be indifferent? Uchiha Itachi is even more embarrassed. It was my fault. Father. The Sharingan of the Uchiha clan was originally turned on after a huge emotional impact, and strengthened step by step. Uchiha Fugaku, the first time Mangekyo Sharingan was opened, was because in the third ninja battle, he witnessed a friend of Uchiha's clan and died unexpectedly. Then, the reason why Susanoo was able to turn on. Even more because Uchiha Itachi, this rebellious son, was executed in public. Indeed, this is the most powerful force of the Uchiha clan. But who wants to exchange the life of his best friend and his son for some power? Itachi, I would rather have no such power. Do not. I regret giving birth to your son. Uchiha Itachi let out a long sigh. Perhaps, I really shouldn't have descended on this world. My birth and growth are full of mistakes. So. Father, seal me, Uchiha Fugaku said angrily. You don't need to talk nonsense. But, at this moment, Uchiha Itachi also opened Susanoo. Boom. Susanoo of the two suddenly collided in one place. Father, I only have one question. Sasuke. How's it going? Fugaku said coldly, do you dare to mention Sasuke? If it weren't for your death, Sasuke would now be as happy as all the kids in Konoha village. But now, he has become the only sad person. So. You should disappear happily. Boom. In Uchiha Fugaku's Susanoo, a crooked sickle was born. Suddenly cut and slash away. Boom. Uchiha Itachi also immediately displayed his Susanoo defense. But at this moment, Uchiha Itachi, because it died too early than the original, has not yet awakened the 10-punch sword, Yata mirror and other spiritual weapons. Just holding two ordinary swords in both hands. When both Susanoo's weapons collided suddenly. Amaterasu. Uchiha Itachi knew that with Susanoo's power, he seemed to be inferior to his father. So he immediately released his Amaterasu Black Flame. Is this another trick? Uchiha Fugaku sneered. Fugaku sneered. Very good. Good. Is it the so-called flaming fan passed down by the Uchiha clan? Worthy of being a father. One offense and one defense, complement each other. Amaterasu Black Flames were all directly fanned out. Slammed. It is the sickle responsible for the battle. In that case, thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. In this way, it is reasonable for me to be sealed. Just be sealed by me. And the flame ball fan that symbolizes the entire Uchiha clan. As the head of the clan, Uchiha Fugaku obtained two major weapons after awakening Susanoo. In his Susanoo's right hand, a huge flame fan-shaped chakra suddenly appeared. Uchiha Itachi couldn't help sighing. Boom. Chapter 154. Advertise here. Uchiha Itachi suddenly made another move. Fire style. Phoenix fire technique. Rumble. The flames turned into fireworks and spread out, and they attacked Uchiha Fugaku violently. Sorry father. The body doesn't seem to be dictated by oneself. Do it yourself. Uchiha Fugaku sneered. It's okay. With you now, you can't beat me at all. His Susanoo's body soared suddenly. The Uchiha clan Holy Relic Flame Group fan in the right hand swung abruptly. Boom. All the Phoenix Immortal Fire techniques flew back in an instant. Boom. Even Susanoo of Uchiha Itachi was blown to the ground and seemed to be broken at any time. But, Uchiha Itachi's eyes turned red again in an instant. Mangekyo Sharingan. Susanoo gathers together again, and the shape of Susanoo has also begun to change. More cohesive, even bigger. The body is even more mighty and majestic. That's Susanoo's third form. Uchiha Itachi turned out to have evolved a higher level of Susanoo at this moment. The third form, 10-punch sword and Yata mirror appeared in his hands. Offensive and defensive one. What a rebellious son. I should really compliment you. Even in this situation, a more advanced Susanoo has evolved. As expected to be a genius of my Uchiha clan. Unfortunately. Today I will let you know that your father will always be your father. Uchiha Fugaku also immediately promoted Susanoo to the third form. The two big Susanoos stand against each other. Like two huge gods. That is, the highest sense of our Uchiha clan, Susanoo. Unexpectedly, both father and son have evolved to such a form. It's worthy of being the patriarch, and it's worthy of being the genius of the Uchiha clan. Unexpectedly, in addition to Hokage-sama, there are two Uchiha people who can turn on this form of Susanoo. If Isshin were all about the family, how prosperous would our Uchiha clan? Unfortunately, that traitor Itachi. For a while, everyone was deeply moved. However, the more I saw Uchiha Itachi's genius, the more people hated him. After all, if such a powerful person is his own companion, how powerful should the entire family be? But, he chose to point the finger at his compatriots. In this way, the more talented and powerful he is, the more hateful he is. Obviously, Uchiha Fugaku thinks so too. He roared, Susanoo skyrocketed instantly, and the black sickle in his hand slashed away fiercely. Boom. Susanoo of Uchiha Itachi immediately responded with Yata mirror. Rumble. With a sound, a big earthquake trembled. Last time, I couldn't bear to kill you and let Master Hokage do it for you. Diaresis. That's what I cannot bear as a father. However, this time, since you still came out to make trouble, don't blame me for not thinking about father and son love. Itachi, I want you to know how serious your mistake is. Susanoo of Uchiha Fugaku, the huge sickle looks like Shinigami. Frantically pouring out, the offensive is like a storm. Uchiha Itachi, who has just evolved Susanoo, has the Yata mirror, which is known as absolute defense, but is overwhelmed. Fugaku can only retreat. There is nothing to fight back. His 10-fist sword is the sword of sealing, but it cannot penetrate Fugaku's Susanoo defense. As a means of attack, but not daring to be sharp. It's not an opponent of Fugaku's Susanoo's sickle at all. What's more, the fire style and Amaterasu, which I am best at, were restrained by my father's Susanoo flame ball fan. For a while, Uchiha Itachi fell into a complete passive beating situation. And Uchiha Fugaku is even more merciless. Susanoo's sickle and flame ball fan swung fiercely, beating violently. He beat his own son Itachi so weakly that he could only dodge and defend himself. Boom, boom, boom. Soon, Uchiha Itachi's Susanoo was completely destroyed. The entire armor was lifted and stripped away, and the flesh and blood began to fade away, leaving only the skeleton in its original form. Uchiha Itachi is even more gasping. Father, Fugaku sneered, don't call me that. You do not deserve. A person who wants to kill his parents, friends and clansmen is not worthy to call my father. Boom. His sequel can be so big that the huge war sickle slashed fiercely one by one. Boom. Susanoo of Uchiha Itachi is finally completely broken. For a time, he was left alone, standing opposite him. Itachi, go to hell. Fugaku roared, Susanoo's huge war sickle waved again. Suddenly fall. Laugh. With a sound, Uchiha Itachi's body suddenly broke apart. Turned into two pieces. Although, he is the body of impure world reincarnation, and soon began to slowly recover. However, of course Fugaku will not give him any more chances. Seal class. Yes, Captain. Immediately, a group of people from the Uchiha clan who were good at sealing immediately stepped forward and severely sealed Uchiha Itachi's body up and down. Immediately, the body that Uchiha Itachi was recovering was completely unable to move. There was blood suddenly flowing out of his eyes. As if it were blood and tears. Sorry, perhaps, I really shouldn't be born in this world. Diaresis, let me be sealed forever. Father, Uchiha Fugaku sneered. Seal. In an instant, Uchiha Itachi couldn't even speak. The whole person was completely sealed up. Report to the captain, the seal is over. Very good. Uchiha Fugaku did not even look at his son. He looked over the other side's battlefield. Follow me. Fight and kill the enemy. My Uchiha clan is the most powerful existence. Kill. Kill. Suddenly, the shouting and killing were filled, and the roar blasted into the sky. The Uchiha clan, led by Fugaku, rushed towards the White Zetsu army and the Impure World Reincarnation team. At this moment, the ninja allied forces on all sides have also encountered powerful enemies. The Wind Country led by Gaara, the Sunagaku Ninja Coalition team, encountered. Own father, Fourth Cage, Luo Sha. There are 1,000 generations of mother-in-law. Yekora of Scorched Style. Under the leadership of Darui, the ninjas of Thunder Land also encountered. Third Raikage. Fourth Raikage, Troy of Magnet Style. The Earthland ninja, Good Zhao, led by Onoki, encountered second Tsuchikage. Also good at dust escape. Without. Also, the ninja hunter of Explosion Style. Gaara and Onoki can still deal with the most terrifying enemy. No doubt. He smiled slightly, facing the 2 generations of Raikage, calmly. Great. I'm sure to win. Master Hokage. Just leave it to me. Uchiha Qianyu finally appeared on the battlefield and intercepted in front of third Raikage, fourth Raikage. The figure of a man finally descended on the battlefield. For a time, everyone cheered. You too. The ninja allied forces of Thunder Country. Just being a fourth Raikage makes it difficult for them to resist. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Third Raikage. It's Master Qianyu here, just when Darui and others were helpless and fell into despair. In the legend, the one who has the strongest spear and the strongest shield with one enemy 10,000. Not to mention, we are saved. Double. Chapter 155. Advertise here. Third Raikage. Fourth Raikage. The 2 most powerful characters in the Land of Thunder have no way to be merciful in the face of the ninja coalition forces in their country. It was during the unbridled fierce battle, suddenly. But it was directly intercepted by Uchiha Qianyu. Seeing the figure of this man, fourth Raikage was furious. It's you, the kid of the Uchiha clan. It was Qianyu who killed him, and of course he hated Qianyu deeply. Third Raikage didn't know Qianyu, and asked fourth Raikage, holding his chest, son, who is he? Fourth Raikage said angrily, Father, he is now fourth Hokage in Konoha village. Our kingdom of thunder was defeated by him. Even myself was killed by him. Oh, third Raikage frowned slightly. Then, boom. The terrifying and powerful chakra burst out instantly. For an instant, it was like a terrifying tail beast with a Grandmaster's thunder and lightning attribute chakra. That powerful breath, terrifying majesty, instantly surprised all the ninja coalition forces. As the 5th Raikage Darui, the commander of this ninja coalition army, cold sweat ran out of his forehead. That is, as called the most powerful generation of Raikage, the power of Lord Third Raikage. Sure enough, the horror is unimaginable. Humph. Third Raikage sneered. I want to see how much fourth Hokage in Konoha village is. Fourth generation item Raikage laughs. Qianyu, this time let you see the power of my father. Don't think that if you can beat me, you can beat my father. His power is 10 times higher than mine. There is no one to beat. Qianyu smiled indifferently. If it's not my opponent, should you let your father take the shot? Fourth Raikage, are you a 3-year-old child? Fourth Raikage was furious. You. Third Raikage was also furious. Huh, what a kid with sharp teeth. Let the old man kill you with his own hands. Boom. The lightning-style chakra around him suddenly soared again. Has reached an unimaginable point. It seems that the whole person has turned into a thunderstorm. Let the entire ninja coalition team change their colors in astonishment. Lightning-style chakra mode. Sure enough, 10 times stronger than fourth Raikage. Darui couldn't help sweating coldly. This kind of strength is beyond his imagination. Boom. Third Raikage suddenly moved. In an instant, it flew out suddenly, turned into a white thunder and lightning, and rushed towards Qianyu. Boom. He actually hit the whole body directly. Qianyu smiled slightly. Want to kill me directly? What a bull. Boom. With a thought on his mind, Susanoo has already been turned on. Yada mirror. Rumble. Third Raikage slammed on it, but it didn't move at all. On the contrary, it was himself, who was violently shaken back by the force of the counter-shock, and the lightning-style chakra above the entire body began to be slightly disordered. What? This is Susanoo of the Uchiha clan. Is it so powerful? Uchiha Qianyu, the Susanoo around him rises up, turning into an image of Thor. It is his iconic sign, Thor Susanoo. Third Raikage was taken aback, but immediately calmed down. Huh, I want to see if the lightning-style chakra mode of Thunder Country is powerful, or what you call Susanoo is powerful. Black Thunder. Boom. Third Raikage suddenly cast a terrifying black thunder and lightning from his body. It turned out to be a Black Panther directly. Blasted towards Qianyu suddenly. Black Leopard Lightning. It is the horrible lightning-style move created by Third Raikage. Qianyu just sneered slightly. Play thunder in front of me. You think you are Raikage, so you have this qualification. The Gun of Thunder. Boom. In the hands of Thor Susanoo, a black thunder spear entwined with thunder flames suddenly appeared. Huge, stout, 100 meters long. Boom. Suddenly, a shot stabs out fiercely. With a bang, it pierced the air and slammed into the Black Panther-shaped lightning. Boom. The black leopard-shaped thunder and lightning exploded in an instant, turned into a glimmer of nothingness, and filled the void. But Qianyu's black thunder spear did not stand still at all. Prick. He plunged into Third Raikage's body fiercely. Huh. Father's lightning-style chakra mode is incomparably powerful. The physical defense is so strong that it is invincible in the world. No one has ever hurt his body. However, laugh. Qianyu pierced the shield of Third Raikage's lightning-style chakra with a shot. A real shot pierced his shoulder. Puff. Blood mixed with thunder and lightning, suddenly splashed out in all directions. Father. Impossible. Third Raikage was also taken aback, and immediately fled and retreated. What kind of move is this? Can you break my strongest shield? Qianyu sneered. The strongest shield. Third Raikage, do you deserve it too? People who have been dead for so many years, don't talk about such outdated jokes that make people laugh. Third Raikage is furious. Boy, let you see what power is. Hell stab. 4 Kansho. He concentrated all the lightning-style chakra on his fingers. Turned into the strongest spear of attack. Boom. This blow slammed towards Qianyu's body. The strongest spear. Let you see what is really the strongest. Qianyu suddenly raised Susanoo to a newer level. The body skyrocketed, and the real body suddenly appeared. And the thunder spear in Susanoo's hand instantly entangled the black thunder flames. And even joined the terrifying fairy chakra. Crazy skyrocketing. Boom. The spear of thunder stabs out fiercely. Shibenkansho. Thunder gun. Hit one place fiercely. Third Raikage's face changed. Suddenly. The lightning-style chakra of the fingers shattered instantly. Boom. The entire arm was directly pierced instantly. Boom. Boom. With 2 moves, Third Raikage and Fourth Raikage suffered heavy losses at the same time. Hell stab. 3 Kansho. Boom. Qianyu didn't pay attention to him at all. In an instant. Although, both of them are the bodies of impure world reincarnation, they soon began to recover. However, the eyes of both people were full of shock, rage and hatred. Father. Lateral bolt of pain. Chop. Father. This kid is amazing, let's go together. He suddenly rushed forward. Good boy. Sure enough, there are 2 tricks. With a stab, Fourth Raikage directly pierced through. His entire arm burst open and turned into a bloody mass. Lightning style. Thunder plow hot knife. Fourth Raikage roared sharply. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Good. Chapter 156. Advertise here. Faced with the 2 generations of Raikage, the father and son joined forces to attack. Qianyu simply dismissed it. 2 dead men, dare to be arrogant here. Susanoo suddenly skyrocketed again. The thunder spear burst out fiercely. Boom. Boom. 3 Kansho, Lei Li's hot knife, were all shot out at the same time. Qianyu sneered. Third Raikage, you should just use your bottom-pressing moves. Don't play these bells and whistles here. Third Raikage was furious. Small gadgets. My strongest spear, in your Uchiha Qianyu's eyes, is just a gadget. Good. In that case, let you see what is the real strongest spear. Hell stab. A consistent hand. Third Raikage finally displayed his most powerful power. Hell stab. Consistently. This blow is enough to penetrate everything. Qianyu sneered. Outdated dead man. You think you are invincible. Rumble. Susanoo skyrocketed again in an instant. Has turned into Qianyu's unique fairy Thor. Susanoo. And that black thunder gun evolved again in an instant. Turned into a huge Susanoo sword. Above the sword, there is still a black thunder and raging fire. However, the power is more than 10 times and 100 times greater than the thunder spear. One sword. Slash out. Boom. With a stab from hell, a consistent hand slammed into one place. Rumble. Rumble. It's chakra's fierce conflict. The power of madness is pouring out. The battle between the 2 masters left many ninja coalitions and enemies stunned. After all, who wins and who loses? Qianyu sneered, his heart moved, slightly hard. Boom. Third Raikage, the finger broke directly. What? He has no time to be shocked and afraid. Qianyu's Susanoo sword had already pierced into his body suddenly and fiercely. The black thunder and fire poured out, annihilating his entire body in an instant. The strongest spear was broken. Completely lost in Qianyu's hands. That is, Third Raikage and Fourth Raikage are all terrified. However, what is even more terrifying is, Qianyu's Susanoo sword pierced into Third Raikage's chest fiercely. His strongest shield was also broken. The terrifying black thunder and flames instantly filled his entire body. Soon, he turned his whole person into black coke. Even the body of impure world reincarnation can slowly recover. However, Qianyu's black thunder and raging fire also did not burn out, and never let it go. Third Raikage, caught in the terrifying black flame thunder. Hard to extricate yourself. Damn it, boy, I'm going to kill you. Fourth Raikage was furious, roared, and charged up. Lateral bolt of pain. Chop. Qianyu slashed out with one sword suddenly. Slashed down fiercely. Fourth Raikage, the whole body broke directly from it. Both sides are full of black thunder and fire. He was also completely burned out. 2 generations of Raikage, known as the strongest lightning-style chakra mode, is of no use at all. In Qianyu's eyes, it was not worth mentioning. Just after a few tricks. What the strongest spear, what the strongest shield, is nothing at all. Seal class. Yes, Master Hokage. Immediately, Qianyu removed the burning black thunder fire, and the sealing team took advantage of the opportunity when the 2 had never recovered, and immediately sealed the 2 completely. Third Raikage, fourth Raikage. The seal was completely defeated again. The kid of the Uchiha clan. My father and son are waiting for you in another world. Qianyu sneered, you are not in peace, do you think? It angered me, and let you be completely dispelled. He roared and was shocked that third generation and fourth Raikage did not dare to speak again. Completely dispelled, although they themselves don't know what state it is, but I am afraid it is thousands of times more miserable than it is now. As a result, the two were completely sealed in the infinite humiliation and hatred. Darui sighed with emotion and shook his head. Although it is the Raikage of Thunder Country, the two of them today are nothing more than the dust of history. What's more, as the puppets of impure world reincarnation, Darui didn't want to see them being manipulated. What Qianyu did was just to relieve them. So he hurriedly stepped forward and said, thank you Hokage-sama for your help. Otherwise, facing the first two generations of Raikage, it's really hard to deal with. Qianyu glanced at him indifferently. It's okay, the next thing is left to you. Find flowers. Yes, Lord Hokage, don't worry. Qianyu's heart moved, although defeated two generations of Raikage, but I still failed to sign in successfully. Did not get the latest reward. His sign-in system has been refreshed, but it is a very wide range. It's in this land country. On the battlefield, but Qianyu didn't know exactly where it was. So, after solving two generations of Raikage, he immediately rushed to help on another battlefield. As the president of the Ninja Coalition, he is the strongest combat power. This was originally his responsibility. Haki, report the situation. Where does the battlefield need reinforcements? It is the Yamanaka family of Konoha village who are responsible for insight into the whole situation. Yamanaka Haki, and beside him, Naruto and Azabuyi from the land of thunder. The two are responsible for formulating combat strategies. Yamanaka Hichi perceives the situation on the battlefield and reports to Naruto and Qianyu at any time. He immediately said, yes, Master Hokage. On the battlefield today, enemies everywhere have already encountered the Ninja Coalition. The enemies of Kakashi's team are the ninjas of Kurigakure. Including the 7 ninja swordsmen, Shing, No Slash, Bai and other impure world reincarnation powerhouses. However, these have been resolved by Kakashi and sealed again. After that, Hoshigaki Kisame, the remaining member of Akatsuki organization, also appeared on the battlefield, but fortunately, he has died in Might Guy's 8 Inner Gates formation. But after that, their team encountered second Mizukage, Ghost Lantern Moon. Now they are in a hard fight. As for Lord Jiraiya and Lord Tsunade, they met Hanzo of the Salamander and Nagato. However, after the appearance of Konan, a member of Akatsuki's organization, several people worked together to suppress Nagato, and Hanzo of the Salamander was also suppressed by Master Jiraiya and Master Tsunade. The battle should be over at any time. Thunder Nation's team, Master Hokage has been resolved. On the side of the Wind Country, it was 4th Cage Rosa. However, it seems to be able to deal with it. On the side of the land, it is Tsuchikage-sama Onoki, who is in a dusty duel with his predecessor, Tsuchikage. Although the battle between the two is fierce, they are basically evenly matched, and should be sure. The samurai team is fighting a large number of white Zetsu under the leadership of Mifune. The only battlefield where the situation is uncertain is in the Water Country, where the team led by Mizukage Terumi Mei. Qianyu's heart moved slightly. Oh, what enemy did they encounter? Chapter 157. Advertise here. Yamanaka. In perception, it seems to be an ordinary white Zetsu, but it's completely different again. Quite powerful. I'm afraid, Master Mizukage can't handle it. Qianyu's heart moved. Isn't it the same as white Zetsu? Could it be? He nodded and said, I see, mark the location, and I will rush over immediately. Yes, Master Hokage. Qianyu followed the position that appeared in his mind, and immediately rushed towards the direction of the ninja allied forces in the land of water. With his speed, he arrived on the battlefield in less than an hour. And on the battlefield at this moment, Terumi Mei faced the white Zetsu army ahead, frowning slightly. What's the matter? Forget about the other white Zetsu, why is this so powerful? The headed white Zetsu does seem to be different from the other white Zetsu. His entire body seemed to be Uzumaki shaped. A name immediately appeared in Qianyu's heart. Scroll White Zetsu. In fact, he is also the real Alfie. Although the main body is also one of white Zetsu, it is the most special one. Not only has white Zetsu's abilities, but also can use first Hokage's wood-style secret technique. The power is far beyond ordinary white Zetsu does not know how many times. Qianyu's heart moved. No wonder even Mizukage Terumi Mei finds it tricky. Terumi Mei frowned, but immediately shot. Water style. Water Dragon Bomb. In an instant, a huge water dragon shot out suddenly. White Zetsu immediately sneered slightly. Do you want to deal with me by relying on this kind of trick? Too naive. Earth style. Earth flow wall. White Zetsu immediately displayed the earth style technique and instantly blocked the water dragon bomb. And he himself jumped on the earth wall, looking at Terumi Mei and all the ninja allied forces contemptuously. Spore technique. He waved his hand casually, as if nothing happened. But the next moment, Terumi Mei, along with many ninja allied forces, suddenly discovered that there seemed to be white particles on his body. Then, the particles are expanding rapidly. And its nourishment is its own chakra. Huh, can you devour chakras technique? Terumi Mei frowned and immediately displayed her boil style. She exhaled a hot acid mist from her mouth, instantly turning the swelling spores directly into nothingness. However, other ninjas are not so lucky. Many ninjas were swallowed directly by chakra, and the whole person was paused. Damn it! Terumi Mei flew up immediately, galloping towards the body of White Zetsu. Lava style. Strange melting technique. Terumi Mei resorted to her other blood succession limit, lava style. Spit out a strong acidic venom from the mouth. Once contaminated, it can even corrode everything. Even Susanoo can corrode. Then White Zetsu couldn't help but his face changed slightly. Is it your unique lava style technique? It's really interesting. But, his body disappeared into the spot in an instant. Integrate directly with the earth as one. Escape into the ground. Avoided Terumi Mei's blow. Damn it, have you escaped underground again? Be careful, he will suddenly launch an attack from the ground. Is it too late to notice? Master Mizukage. Wood style. Hell Rebellion. In an instant, White Zetsu launched the wood style secret technique, the terrifying Hell Chaos. Use wood style to make several big trees full of thorns, circling up, and engulf the enemy into strangulation, which can cause devastating blows to a wide range of enemies. This trick can sweep a considerable area, directly strangling all enemies to death with vines full of thorns and thorns. After using it, blood ran all over the place, terrible, like hell. That's why it is called Hell's Rebellion. Terumi Mei exclaimed. Be careful. However, it was too late. Give me all to die. At this time, boom, a wood-style power that was more than 1,000 times stronger, suddenly burst out. Small bugs. Rumble, rumble. It was Qianyu who cast his own wood-style secret technique. The same as hell, it collided with each other's wood style violently, the vines danced wildly, and the thorns were chaotic. However, Qianyu's chakra is comparable to White Zetsu. In an instant, the opponent's technique was completely broken. Instead, he himself was directly strangled by Qianyu's hell. Laugh. With a sound, his entire body instantly deformed, turning into an extremely distorted shape. The thorns pierced his entire body. However, he was still not dead. After all, it is White Zetsu that has been strengthened by first-generation cells. The vitality is indeed not trivial. You are Uchiha Qianyu. Terumi Mei and others also reacted. Master Hokage, everyone exclaimed, but then they were overjoyed. When Qianyu appears, any powerful enemy will inevitably be wiped out. They are saved. Master Hokage is here. Master Qianyu. Qianyu smiled slightly at Terumi Mei. This guy is not easy to deal with, let me come. Terumi Mei was ashamed and nodded. Yes, thank you Lord Hokage. White Zetsu Afe sneered. You came here to make trouble. In that case, let you see my tricks. Snapped. He snapped his hands together. Wood style. Wooden golem jutsu. He launched his ultimate nirvana. In an instant, a huge wood-style Buddha rose from the ground with a rumbling sound. Although it is very different from Shinsu Senju of Senju Hashirama, it is also quite huge. Behind the wood-style Buddha, there are hundreds of arms in an orderly arrangement. Kill, rumble, rumble. Hundreds of arms of the wood-style giant Buddha stretched out in an instant, and blasted towards Qianyu fiercely. Playing wood style in front of me. Qianyu sneered and stretched out his hand to catch. Wood style. Wood dragon technique. Rumble. A huge wood-style dragon suddenly flew out, and it was a twine in an instant, directly wrapping the entire wood-style Buddha in the center. All the arms were about to stretch out, but they were completely imprisoned in an instant. What? White Zetsu roared. Broken. 5 escape ninjutsu Dalyen bomb. The wood-style Buddha suddenly opened his mouth. Rumble. Rumble. It turned out to directly release all the 5 escape ninjutsu. It turned into 5 dragon bullets of various 2.7 sexes and burst out suddenly. Unexpectedly, it is possible to use all 5 attributes of the escape technique. Terumi Mei couldn't help being surprised. She has 2 major blood successors and can use the 4 attributes of fire, earth, thunder and water, chakra, which is already the only one. Unexpectedly, this White Zetsu easily resorted to 5 escapes. Qianyu sneered. The class door makes an axe. In front of me, how many kinds of escape techniques are useless? Susanoo suddenly rose above his body. Moreover, Susanoo in the form of Thor. The thunder spear in his hand appeared instantly, and the black thunder fire suddenly spread out. And the other hand is Yada mirror. Rumble, rumble. All the 5 escape bullets attacked Susanoo, but they couldn't even break through the defense. At the same time, Qianyu's thunder spear turned into a black lightning. Already stabbed White Zetsu fiercely. What? Chapter 158. Advertise here. This White Zetsu, named Afe, was instantly hit by Qianyu's thunder spear. Soon, in his screams, the whole person turned into a black sea of fire. Although he possessed strong vitality, he could not withstand the offensive of Qianyu's thunder power after all. As the flames rose and spread, gradually the whole body turned into coke. With a gust of wind blowing, it turned into ashes and dust. Disappeared. Terumi breathed a sigh of relief. Is it dead? This difficult guy. Qianyu smiled and said, don't worry, you are dead. Terumi frowned and said, what the hell is this guy? It seems to be different from ordinary white Zetsu. Qianyu said, there are also many individual differences in white Zetsu. The most powerful thing is white Zetsu's body, which seems to have not appeared yet. And this white Zetsu is called a Fei, and it is also a very powerful one. Terumi nodded. Well, but with the reinforcements of Lord Hokage, this battle should be won. Qianyu shook his head. The true lord hasn't appeared yet. Uchiha Madara, Uchiha Obito, and the man who manipulates this impure world reincarnation technique. Yakushi Kabuto. Terumi said, Hokage-sama, to be honest, if impure world reincarnation 24 cannot be disarmed, it will be very detrimental to the ninja coalition to keep fighting like this. Never mind those white Zetsu, the powerhouses of impure world reincarnation are really hard to deal with, and they can't be killed at all. The casualties of the ninja coalition forces have surpassed white Zetsu by many times. Qianyu nodded. I have asked Haki and others to search for the location of Yakushi Kabuto, but this guy is very cunning and won't show his feet easily. So what should I do now? Qianyu smiled. It's difficult, but it doesn't mean there is no way. He looked at the battle in the distance. I found one of impure world reincarnation's powerhouses. Forehead Protector seems to be a ninja in the country of water. Qianyu teleported to his side immediately and slapped him with a palm. Afterwards, it pierced his chest fiercely. That ninja still had to resist, and Qianyu had already directly used wood-style technique to restrain him, unable to move. Qianyu felt the source of chakra manipulating him from his body. Sage mode. The perception ability is greatly improved, and the source of chakra can be inferred based on the end point. Naruto used this technique to find the location of Nagato. Qianyu closed his eyes and searched silently. Suddenly. Found it. Terumi is overjoyed. Master Hokage, but found the manipulator behind. Qianyu opened his eyes and smiled slightly. The battlefield here is left to you, I'll go straight to get rid of that man. Yes, Master Hokage. Qianyu bid farewell to Terumi and immediately followed the direction of chakra. There. This is where Yakushi Kabuto manipulates all impure world reincarnation powerhouses. Less than half a day's work. Qianyu has arrived in the enchantment cave where Yakushi Kabuto is located. It's here. He can clearly perceive the strong chakra fluctuations in the cave. Although Yakushi Kabuto has been hidden well, how could it escape Qianyu's perception? Enchantment. Boring. Qianyu's thoughts moved, and a Susanoo Thunder Spear appeared in front of him instantly, stabling in fiercely. Rumble. The whole enchantment shattered instantly. Qianyu strode in. Soon, I saw a man sitting on the ground, playing with chess pieces. He sensed Qianyu's arrival, but he didn't show much panic. Uchiha Qianyu. Master Hokage. You found this place, you deserve it. Qianyu said calmly. Yakushi Kabuto, I have found your lair, but I haven't surrendered immediately. Yakushi Kabuto laughed and laughed loudly. Uchiha Qianyu, the legendary lord of the ninja world, the man who stood at the top of the entire ninja world. What a shining name. Back then, I was next to Orochimaru, watching the battle between you in silence. No one will notice my existence at all. It's a pity, Lord Orochimaru also died in your hands, and you are even more cruel and demanding to cut the weeds and roots. Let Jiraiya and Tsunade take away almost all of Orochimaru-sama's experimental bases. Fortunately, I still survived. Since I survived, it must have the value of my survival. So, I studied all the experimental records of Lord Orochimaru, and even found the deepest part of Raichi Cave. I found the most powerful force and made me who I am now. He stood up abruptly and turned around. The whole person has turned into a half-human, half-snake monster, which looks very disgusting and weird. Uchiha Qianyu. Now I am no longer the little person who can't be seen. I have transformed from a snake into a real dragon. Qianyu sneered. I have never seen such a disgusting dragon. Yakushi Kabuto laughed loudly. Be arrogant now. Soon you will see my power. This is a power that even you can't surpass. Qianyu glanced at him indifferently. Except for manipulating impure world reincarnation, you mean nothing to me. I'm here just to disarm impure world reincarnation, there is nothing else to do, and there is nothing to say to you, Yakushi Kabuto. You have never existed in my eyes. Yakushi Kabuto's face suddenly turned pale. Then he was furious. My existence cannot be denied by you. Uchiha Qianyu, I will let you see my power. Sage mode. Snapped. He put his hands together, and the whole person has turned into a real Raichi Cave Sage mode. There were shadows around his eyes, and there were even horns on his head. The whole body has also turned into a half-snake shape, and even a series of scales have grown. And the chakra on his whole body indeed rose violently in an instant, as if it had increased dozens of times, hundreds of times in an instant. In terms of strength, the current Yakushi Kabuto is indeed very powerful. Otherwise, there will be no plot of Uchiha Itachi and Sasuke brothers fighting against Yakushi Kabuto in the original work. But, no matter who it is, it doesn't make any sense to Qianyu now. Is this your sage mode? Scary voice. Strong light. Suddenly, I can only say that it's kind of interesting. Qianyu's heart moved. Small bugs and bugs. Do you have this trick? The shock of space. Sage art. By G technique. Rumble. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Yukushi Kabuto spit out a snake-shaped body shadow violently, spinning fiercely, and the center is like a dragon ball. Yukushi Kabuto was furious and slapped his hands. All these add up, so that all ninjas can't open their eyes at all, can't hear sounds, and can't even maintain any moves. Let you experience an unprecedented technique. The entire space began to vibrate endlessly, crazily twisted and rubbed. It's a truly almost invulnerable horror move. Chapter 159. Advertise here. I have to say that Yukushi Kabuto's sage art technique is really terrifying. It can be said to restrain any ninja in all directions. Even the original Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke were totally unable to compete. Even Susanoo couldn't maintain it, and it collapsed and collapsed. As for Yukushi Kabuto, it uses the snake's cornea to block the glare and prevent direct damage from the glare. And his body of Shuhua technique, which was taken from the Ghost Lamp clan, is immune to sounds and strong vibrations. Therefore, it can be said that he is the only one who can maintain the five senses and the power of the body while launching the Baiji technique, and can even launch an offensive. Maybe so, but he underestimated Qianyu. Die. Yukushi Kabuto launched an offensive violently. Dead bone pulse. Tsubaki dance. He drew out a bone blade backhand violently stabs out. Suddenly pierced into Qianyu's body. This is exactly one of his several research objects that he merged with Orochimaru, Kimamaro's dead bone pulse technique. Boom. The bone blade of dead bone pulse pierced Qianyu's chest fiercely. Die. Yukushi Kabuto was so proud and laughed wildly. Qianyu smiled slightly. Boom. His whole person dissipated in an instant. This is impossible. How could he still maintain his five senses and mobility in Baiji technique? Even, can you avoid my blow? Qianyu's body instantly moved to the other side of the cave. It turned into a flash of lightning. What he uses is not any ninjutsu, not even Mangekyo Sharingan's time-space ninjutsu Gao Tianyuan. But, the power of thunder fruit. His body is originally thunder and lightning, no matter what light, sound, or vibration, it can restrain everyone's flesh and blood. But how can it be possible to restrain a flash of lightning? This is his ability to surpass all ninjas. It can be said that it comes from the power outside the world of ninja. In essence, this is similar to the hydration technique of the Yukushi Kabuto and Ghost Lamp clan. It's just that Qianyu's body is thunder and lightning, and he doesn't even need to activate any spells at all. This so-called Baiji technique, of course, can't subdue him at all. At this moment, Baiji technique is finally over. Yukushi Kabuto's face suddenly changed. Lightning. The ability of lightning style. Yukushi Kabuto said coldly. I miscalculated, I didn't expect you to have such a hand, but... Snapped. Sage art. Inorganic rebirth. In an instant, the entire stalactite cave seemed to come alive all at once. The huge spiked stalactite, as if turned into the teeth of a monster, bite out fiercely. This is exactly the horror of sage art's inorganic reincarnation. Give vitality to inorganic matter, and the entire terrain is under your control, attacking the enemy frantically. Qianyu sneered. Susanoo turned on immediately. In the entire body, a huge Thor Susanoo, propped up the world. A huge Susanoo sword suddenly appeared in the palm of his hand, sweeping across the sky. Rumble, rumble, the stalactite was cut off in an instant, and it fell to the ground. At the same time, the earth also began to suddenly bulge, turning into spikes, and piercing it up fiercely. Qianyu took a sudden step. Rumble, the earth cracked in an instant, completely collapsed and disintegrated. Susanoo, physical surgery, under his power, even if the whole cave is completely alive, what? Snake service art. Yukushi Kabuto instantly transformed into a big snake form, swimming violently. The hidden shadow has more snake hands. On his body, numerous snake bodies violently protruded, like a whip, winding towards Qianyu. Qianyu sneered, his eyes swept away. Pudu Yuhun. The black thunder fire shot out instantly. In an instant, all the hidden shadow snake hands will be directly obliterated. Yukushi Kabuto frowned, and could only immediately break the shulker snake hand. Gatong Maru. The spider's nest is open. Boom. Yukushi Kabuto directly spit out a horrible spider web, and headed towards Qianyu's entire Kabuto hood. At this moment, those stalactites and the whole earth are also frantically attacking Qianyu. Yukushi Kabuto is to bet that he has no time to take care of his offensive. However, rumble, Qianyu sneered, Susanoo directly entered the strongest form. Fairy Thunder God, Susanoo. In an instant, the power of horror burst out suddenly. Yukushi Kabuto was suddenly shocked and flew back. What kind of power is this? Too strong. Qianyu suddenly swept out with a sword, and the stalactite spikes and spider webs were all cut into two pieces. Do you want to fight me with these little bugs? Yukushi Kabuto, you are too naive. Boom. Immortal Thunder God Susanoo's great sword suddenly slashed down. What? Yukushi Kabuto couldn't avoid it, and was cut into two pieces directly from it. Escape. His hydration technique was activated immediately, but Qianyu's immortal thunder god Susanoo contained the terrifying and powerful fairy technique chakra, which was not immune to damage at all. He immediately made a decisive decision and abandoned the snake tail directly. Abandoning another section of the body, fled straight away. Qianyu naturally wouldn't give him any chance. The power of thunder burst out, hit Yakushi Kabuto who was fleeing directly. Suddenly, the black thunder was blazing. Diaresis, damn it, is it Amaterasu? No, a more terrifying thunder flame. Orochimaru stream body replacement technique. Yakushi Kabuto could only shed his skin immediately and spit himself out of the snake's body. It is the body replacement technique from Orochimaru. It's just that in this way, it is tantamount to giving up a body, and chakra suddenly plummeted. This man is too strong. Yakushi Kabuto's body trembled slightly, but he couldn't think of fighting again. But, even he can't kill me. Killing me impure world reincarnation technique can no longer be solved. He can only defeat me and force me to use the impure world reincarnation solution to truly break this forbidden technique. So, I still have the upper hand. Yakushi Kabuto thought of this, and the corner of his mouth raised slightly. Kimimaro. Skeletons, well Jiao Hao, veins. Early fern dance. In an instant, a series of terrifying bone blades appeared on the ground, like a jungle, rising up frantically, piercing any enemy directly. However, in Qianyu at this moment, under Susanoo mode, there is no flaw at all. Susanoo's great sword in his hand suddenly swung. Boom. The whole earth broke apart directly, into two pieces. Yakushi Kabuto, do you still want to escape? Qianyu suddenly Susanoo's wings soared, and then. Yakushi Kabuto was stomped on the foot. What? Yakushi Kabuto screamed, trying to use the hydration technique to escape, but. Qianyu's immortal thunder god chakra, combined the power of Shanshu and lightning style, completely restrained his hydration technique, and he couldn't transform his hydration technique. Qianyu sneered and stepped on his body. Don't talk nonsense, I only give you two choices. Either unlock impure world reincarnation, or die. Chapter 160. Advertise here. At this moment. On the battlefield somewhere. Soil Country. 3rd Tsuchikage, 2 Libra Onogi. Leading the ninja coalition team, and the previous generation of Tsuchikage, the legendary Dust Escape powerhouse is in no battle. Both of them are good at Dust Escape, but other than that, the others can't crack it at all. Therefore, Onoki has no way to clone himself. Except for him, no one can fight against nothing. However, nothing is the body of impure world reincarnation, chakra is unlimited and vitality is unlimited. But he is already old. Gradually, he also felt powerless and gasped for breath. Master Tsuchikage. Huang Tu frowned, looking at Wu flying in the sky, angrily. Although he is also the Tsuchikage-sama of the previous generation, he is now just a completely manipulated puppet. I don't have my own consciousness, I only know crazy attacks. Such existence must be eliminated. Lois roared. Earth style. Earth Dragon Bomb. Rumble. The powerful Earth Dragon bullets burst out suddenly. However, nothing is just a dodge, just evaded away. Dust Escape. Original world stripping technique. He exploded his own terrifying moves against the Lois. The Lois gets out of the way. Dayemu yelled, smashed his son away, and immediately displayed the Dust Escape primordial realm stripping technique. Rumble. The two big players collided after the elimination. The whole emptiness seems to have turned into nothingness. In an instant, large swaths of dust disappeared instantly, and even the earth was directly broken into a corner. Clean up. Wu has displayed his own secret technique. In an instant, the whole person disappeared directly into the air. Yemu's face changed, and he shouted. Be careful, this is the secret technique of second Tsuchikage, it is dust-free. It can completely disappear and become invisible. Even chakra can't perceive it. Ready to defend. Yes, Master Tsuchikage. That's too late. Suddenly appeared behind the Lois. Earth style. Heavy rock technique. Boom. A punch bombarded it, and hit the Lois body fiercely. Although Huang Tu heard Onogi's words, he immediately defended, but it was still a step too late. Puff. He immediately spit out a big mouthful of blood, and the whole person was directly knocked out. Super aggravated rock technique. No need to make up for another blow to completely consolidate the Lois. At this time, Onoki rushed over immediately. Gang Li style technique. Rumble. A huge earth statue suddenly rose up and directly protected the Lois under his body. Wu's this move super aggravated the rock technique, hit it fiercely, click. Click. It seems that the Gang Li technique is about to be broken. At this time, Huang Tu suddenly put his hands together. Earth style. Mountain technique. Rumble. A huge hemispherical rock suddenly closed up. It turned out that Wu's body was directly suppressed in it. Huh, is it the Lois mountain stone technique? Boom. With one blow, Wu Yi frowned slightly. Faced with two masters alone, even he couldn't bear it. Split. Suddenly, the whole body was transformed into two directly, and they ran away directly from the mountain soil technique. Onoki's face changed. He is split. Be careful. However, once Wu is divided, Shen Yun can't be used, and its deterrent to everyone has dropped a lot. But, stealth, split, sneak attack, besides oneself, others may be even more difficult to deal with. Although Oyemu himself can use the dust to escape, this time is already at the end of the battle. Earth style, rock fist technique. Suddenly, he appeared unobtrusively behind Kaito, and blasted out with a fierce punch. Kaito frowned, but he was already defending with Earth style, but he was still bombarded out. Terada, Onoki roared. Be careful of yourself. Onoki. A voice came from behind. Oyegi was taken aback, and then. Boom. With a fierce bombardment, Oyemu's body was also directly blown out. Go to hell. Wu suddenly roared, and his fists were about to fall at the same time again. Boom. Suddenly, a figure arrives in an instant, as fast as lightning. And that fist seems to be able to cut the mountain and stop the flow, and let the land collapse and destroy the mountain. Boom. Boom. Wu's rock fist technique, instantly destroyed and rotten, broke directly. Even the whole body was directly shattered in half. He was taken aback and flew back immediately. What appeared in front of Onogi was the figure of a woman. You are one of the Sanin in Konoha village, Tsunade Haim. Without turning his head back, Tsunade's two horsetails fluttered gently in the wind. Master Tsuchikage, you are a little embarrassed now. Onoki sighed. After all, the opposite is Master Second Tsuchikage. Yes, another figure also appeared beside Tsunade. Jiraiya. Jiraiya smiled slightly and waved at Onoki. Yo, Master Tsuchikage. Suddenly, the ninja coalition forces of the entire land country boiled instantly. Reinforcements are here. Here comes the ninja coalition led by Jiraiya and Tsunade. The two of them first defeated Nagato, and then joined forces to directly defeat the once mortal enemy Hanzo of the Salamander. After that, it was immediately sealed. As for the rest of the impure world reincarnation powerhouses and those white Zetsu, in the eyes of Jiraiya and Tsunade, they are nothing. Then, however, in just one day, the two-man ninja coalition has solved the battle. Then, under the command of Yamanaka Keiichi and Nara Shikahisa, the two immediately went to the battlefield of the ninja allied forces in the Kingdom of Earth, and came to reinforce Onogi. As soon as Tsunade came, the two split bodies of Wu were blasted directly into the air with one punch. Saved Akatsuki and Onoki. Onogi couldn't help but smile. Unexpectedly, Iwagakure will have a day to fight with the legendary Sanin. Ninja is really unpredictable. However, you two must not be careless. The power of Second Tsuchikage is very powerful, with strong invisibility, perception, and splitting abilities, coupled with the super powerful earth style, and the dust above the old man. It can be called a super master standing at the pinnacle of the entire ninja world. Tsunade smiled slightly. Don't worry, sir. With me and this guy, any troublesome character can be solved. Jiraiya. Oh, let's go. Good. Two people rushed over immediately. It hurts my feet. Tsunade chased away suddenly and kicked it out fiercely. Avoid frowning immediately. Rumble. The whole land was shattered by Tsunade's kick. The ninja allied forces in the land of the earth were all stunned. On the other hand, Jiraiya immediately used the fire-style fire bullet to directly force the other non-destructive body back. When the two of them shot, they immediately had the upper hand. Onoki couldn't help sighing, as expected of Sanin number 2. It seems we are saved. Chapter 161. Advertise here. With the addition of Jiraiya and Tsunade, the ranks of the ninja army of the Earth Kingdom began to gradually gain the upper hand on the battlefield. At the same time, several other battlefields, under the command of Naruto, gradually moved closer to this moment. Naruto's strategy is to integrate the power of various battlefields and fight the enemy at the same time. So, after half a day, Kakashi Might Guy and others, who were in a fierce battle with the previous generation of Mizukage, gradually gathered with the ninja army. At the same time, the Ninja Alliance army under the leadership of Terumi Mei gradually arrived. The same is true for the Thunder Country led by Darui. Gaara ruled the country of the wind. He was fighting against the powerhouses of impure world reincarnation such as Rasha and Granny Chidai, but now he has gradually merged with the ninja coalition forces of the land of the earth. And Uchiha Fugaku, after killing and sealing Uchiha Itachi, also led the coalition forces to the battlefield of the Kingdom of Earth. The power of other ministries has finally come together. The entire ninja coalition gradually merged into one place, fighting the enemy together. The ninja allied forces, including the four shadows except Qianyu, Fengyin Gaara, Mizukage Terumi Mei, Reikage Darui, Tsuchikage Onoki. In addition, there are powerful ninjas from Konoha village. For example, Tsunade, Jiraiya, Kakashi, Might Guy, Uchiha Fugaku, Hyuga Hiyashi, Akamaiki Dinza, Aburame Shiwei, Inazuka Ja, Yamato, Genko Tetsu, Shinyuki Izumo, Shiranui Genma, and the same, Mitarashi Anko, Moonlight Storm, Mao Yushian, Shizune, etc. The ninjas of the land of the earth, including Lois, Terracotta, Black Soil, Fangs, and so on. The ninjas of Thunder Country, including Omoi, Shi, Samui, Atsi, Karui, etc. Ninjas in the Kingdom of Wind, including Baki, Yashimaru, Conqueror, Tamari, Maki and more. Ninjas of the Water Country, including Chojuro and others. The enemies on the opposite side are also unified. Except for the remaining tens of thousands of white Zetsu. There are also many powerhouses in Impure World Reincarnation. Second Mizukage, Ghost Lantern Magic Moon. Second Tsuchikage, No. Fourth Cage, Luo Sha. Mother-in-law of 1,000 generations. Hunting of Explosion Style, Kimimaro. Troy of Magnet Style. Yekora of Scorch Style. There are also many elite Jonin who died in the Ninja War, the powerhouse of all countries. The total number is no less than 40 or 50. Here, what will explode is the final battle. However, the Ninja Coalition at this moment is also full of confidence. With the determination of the entire ninja world to unite as one, and the terrorist fighting power of the 5 great nations, they are not afraid of anyone. Although the opposite is the body of Impure World Reincarnation, it is difficult to deal with, but on my own side, there are also 4 shadows, including Jiraiya and Tsunade, Fugaku, Hyuga Hiashi, Kakashi, Might Guy and many other powerful players. The final battle has begun. Tsunade, as the commander-in-chief of the Ninja Alliance, roared and rushed forward. Kill, kill. Suddenly, a fierce battle officially started. With an order from Tsunade, each team launched an offensive in an orderly manner. Jiraiya, you go to reinforce Kakashi and Might Guy's team against second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Terumi Mei, you go to reinforce Cage Gara against 4th Cage Luasha and Kai Dai mother-in-law. I and Master Tsuchikage will fight second Tsuchikage No. The ninjas of the Fire Land, led by Fugaku, go to seal the hunting of Explosion Style. The ninja of Thunder Country, under the leadership of Reikage Darui, sealed the Troy of Magnet Style. Ninja of Water Country, go to seal Scorch Style's Hakura. The remaining ninjas, under Hiyashi's leadership, seal Kimimaro. Yes, Captain. In an instant, the major teams immediately rushed to the battlefield and started a fierce battle with the enemy. Tsunade and Onoki fight together against Shen Yun's Wu. Onoki's chakra is almost exhausted, but with a medical master like Tsunade, it's not a problem at all. She immediately helped Oyeki to restore chakra, and Oyeki burst into a more powerful dust escape in an instant. And Wu's split body was kicked and shattered by Tsunade. Although it was a split body, Tsunade immediately ordered the sealing team to seal it directly. In this way, the split body cannot be merged into one, even if it is not, it is impossible to use the dust escape in the split state. With the help of Tsunade, Onogi once again displayed his nirvana. Dust escape, original world stripping technique. Boom. With a sound, Wu's whole body immediately disappeared on the spot. After a long period of time, it began to slowly recover a little bit, gathering. Naturally, Onoki and Tsunade would not give him any chance. Seal class. Seal. And on the other side, Ghost Lantern Huan Yu has displayed its strongest ultimate move. Steaming Danger and Exploding Prestige. Kakashi immediately said, Master Jiraiya, this is second Mizukage's ultimate move. That seemingly funny child-shaped thing can be blasted without limit. It caused a huge amount of damage. Jiraiya frowned. Is it water and oil? Yes. It seems that it is the ninjutsu combining water and oil. The water vapor rapidly expands through heating, transforms into explosive power, and then recondenses and cools to prepare for the next explosion. Very scary. Jiraiya smiled slightly. In this way, as long as the oil on the outside of the thing is burned out, the explosion can be prevented. Kakashi shook his head. Second Mizukage will release water mist, the ordinary fire style can't be worn through, and it can't burn at all. Jiraiya smiled and said, really? Then let me break the oil with oil. Wen Tai. Good. Fire style. Toad oil flare. ... 2 people cooperated, one used fire and the other used oil, and the temperature rose to thousands of degrees instantly. Suddenly burst out. In an instant, the entire mist was evaporated, booming. With a sound, the flames and hot oil instantly obliterated the steaming danger. As the fusion of oil and fire ninjutsu. It is indeed powerful, but it's a pity. Ghost Lantern Wanyu smiled slightly. The doppelganger, who was in danger, moved instantaneously, avoiding the blow. Kakashi smiled bitterly. Although that guy is just a clone, he moves so fast that it's hard to catch it. Jiraiya said. Then try this trick. Shen Zuo, 2 immortals Ji-Ma. Understood, little Jiraiya. Sage art. Gomon. Rumble. In an instant, Jiraiya, Fukasaku, and Shima, 3 people, one uses fire style, one uses wind style, and the other uses toad oil. Simultaneously displayed fairy magic. In an instant, the heavy oil billowing away suddenly obliterated everything. Steaming Danger and Explosive might want to evade, but how can it escape the fierce oil like the sea? I was directly submerged in an instant. The piping hot oil instantly melted the steaming oil on the surface and merged into one. And the water vapor in that steaming dangerous explosion was instantly boiling and evaporating. Steamed dangerously, was cracked in an instant. Ghost Lantern Wanyu couldn't help but give a thumbs up. Is it Shanshu? Amazing. Jiraiya smiled lightly. Take advantage of it now. Yes. The ninja of the seal class, immediately rushed forward. Scholar. Chapter 162. Advertise here. Tsunade and Tsuchikage Onoki together sealed the second Tsuchikage. Together with Kakashi and Might Guy, Jiraiya sealed the second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. On the other side, with the help of Terumi Mei, Gaara and other ninjas in the Kingdom of Wind also successfully sealed Luo Sha. The thousand-generation mother-in-law quickly fell into a disadvantage because of the lack of puppet power. Other Scorch style, Explosion style, Magnet style, and Kimimaro, who is good at Dead Bone Pulse, are gradually being united by all the ninja masters close to the seal. At the moment when everything is approaching the final victory, the figure of a man appeared on a hill. The hill is not high. However, the figure of that man, standing on it so casually, seemed to be higher than the sky. Immediately, someone was shocked. It's the captain of the sensing force. Hey! There are enemies. Moreover, it is an unprecedented strong enemy. What a horrible chakra. Everyone immediately looked back and saw a figure that shocked people. That is, Jiraiya and Tsunade looked at each other, both frowned. The other four shadows, as well as many elite ninjas, also spit out a frightening name at the same time. Uchiha, Madara. For a moment, the entire battlefield was silent and silent. Bang bang, bang bang. The hearts of all ninjas began to beat frantically. The name of Uchiha Madara is really terrifying. That is a character that only exists in legends. The only person who can defeat him is the legendary god of ninja, first Hokage Senju Hashirama. Of course, there is one more person. That is Hokage today, Uchiha Qianyu. However, he should be looking for the whereabouts of the manipulator behind Impure World Reincarnation at this moment. I am afraid it will be difficult to return for a while. Are you going to face Uchiha Madara? All ninjas couldn't help but swallow hard. Uchiha Madara stood with her chest folded. Facing the cold wind from a high place, he indifferently looked at this terrifying battlefield. Is this the so-called ninja coalition? Sure enough, it's a mob. Suddenly, a voice came from below. Uchiha Madara, you finally showed up. Uchiha Madara looked over there, and it turned out that a woman was talking. Huh, who are you? Tsunade of Konoha village. Uchiha Madara nodded. Ah, it's Hashirama's granddaughter. Ridiculous. Compared with him, your strength is simply not worth mentioning. Do you want to contend with me based on your little grit? Tsunade roared and stepped down suddenly. Rumble. The whole earth collapsed and disintegrated. Don't underestimate our ninja coalition. Uchiha Madara said indifferently, is it strange power? As Hashirama's granddaughter, do you have so much power? Onoki looked up at Madara, and said loudly, Uchiha Madara, you are dead, so don't come out to harm the entire ninja world. Madara glanced at him. Oh, you are the kid Onogi. Unexpectedly, the kid back then has now become an old man. Back then, you were so scared by me, do you still dare to be arrogant in front of me? Onoki snorted coldly. Uchiha Madara, you are indeed strong. But, after all, it's just one person. In front of all our ninja coalition forces, there will only be defeat after all. Uchiha Madara laughed wildly. Ha 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 ha. Ohinogi, don't make me laugh. Do you really think that you mobs can be my opponent, Uchiha Madara? I'll let you see. What is Uchiha Madara? The power of God. Boom. Uchiha Madara jumped directly from the top of the hill and landed on the battlefield. Fire style. Extinguish the fire. Rumble. Uchiha Madara launched his fire style technique instantly. However, it is such a B-level ninjutsu, in his hands, it seems to have turned into a sea of flames. Surging, raging toward the entire ninja coalition. Water style. Water barrier. Dozens of water style ninjas burst out of their own power. Showed the water style water barrier to resist. However, it is still totally unstoppable. What a powerful force. Are dozens of water style ninjas unable to resist? At this time, Terumi Mei slammed forward, immediately keying, and shouted angrily, water style. Water array. Boom. As if a meteorite fell, the huge water ball burst out suddenly and spread out suddenly. In an instant, the fire of Uchiha Madara was extinguished but annihilated. Only this water style technique is a bit interesting. Uchiha Madara smiled slightly. Boom. He jumped up suddenly. With the help of the huge steam of water and fire, it is soaring into the air. Fire style. Dragon flame singing technique. Rumble. Rumble. Suddenly, a series of terrifying flames fell from the sky in an instant. Crashed down. Empty sand defense wall. Earth style. Earth style technique. Gaara and Onogi displayed defensive techniques at the same time. One is sand and the other is earth and rocks, which instantly obstructed the sky and blocked Uchiha Madara's Longyan singing technique. However, at this moment, Uchiha Madara has taken advantage of the opportunity to come to the Ninja Alliance. Started his own fight. His physical skills are equally unparalleled and powerful. It was as if a tiger entered the flock, cutting melons and vegetables, and directly defeated the ninja allied forces. Do you want to dance too? Uchiha Madara grabbed a ninja by the throat and asked indifferently. At this time, boom, Tsunade came with a punch. Uchiha Madara frowned slightly. Even if he faced such a fist, he couldn't ignore it. Uchiha rebounds. A flame group fan appeared in his hand, and he fought back suddenly. Boom. Tsunade's strange power attack was directly bounced out. Boom. She was knocked down and flew back. But in the meanwhile, Onoki immediately slapped the ground. Earth style. Geodynamic core. The ground under Uchiha Madara's feet instantly rose directly, taking his body directly into the sky. Right now, Sage Art, Super Big Ball Rasengan. Jiraiya suddenly fell from the sky. One move, Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan suddenly bombarded. Uchiha Madara frowned slightly. Interesting. But. Boom. In an instant, blue chakra appeared in his body, converging into a huge arm. Boom. As soon as he punched out, Jiraiya's Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan was directly blown apart. Jiraiya stepped back immediately. Huh, that's Susanoo. Uchiha Madara stood proudly holding his chest, and the huge Susanoo instantly descended on the battlefield. As this the cooperation between the contemporary Five Shadows and the legendary Sannin number 2. Sure enough, it's a bit interesting, but he suddenly thought about it. Hands not printing. At the same time, Susanoo turned into two sides, two heads and four arms. At the same time, Jia Yin started. Let you see it. The Power of God. Tengai Shinsei. Chapter 163. Advertise here. Uchiha Madara suddenly launched his ultimate. With Susanoo's seal, Rinnegan's power was activated. Tengai Shinsei. Suddenly, a huge meteorite suddenly fell from the sky. For a while, the entire ninja coalition could not help but show a desperate look on everyone's faces. That is, what? Meteorite. Such a huge meteorite. As this, God's power, strength, really isn't in the same dimension. Be yelling. The weapons in the hands of the ninja coalition forces suddenly fell to the ground. It seems that they gave up resistance one by one. My heart is full of complete despair. However, at this moment, Onoki roared. It's not time for despair, ninja allied forces. If we give up at this time, it means that the history of the entire shinobi world is about to end. We are the last barrier. Don't go back, you can only move forward. He roared and rose up suddenly. It turned out that with the strength of one person, the speed of the entire meteorite's fall was dragged. Earth style, super light and heavy rock technique. 24. Onoki exploded his power to ultimate. The super light and heavy rock technique has even been promoted to its peak strength. In an instant, boom, boom. The weight of the entire meteorite began to decrease crazily in an instant. It has been lightened until even Onoki can resist it a little. And at this moment, Gaara also suddenly activated her power. Empty sand defense wall. He urged all his chakras, and suddenly turned into a huge hand of sand. Lifted towards that huge meteorite. Thanks to the efforts of the two cage level masters, the meteorite stopped falling and falling. Yes, are you saved? It was the two shadow masters who prevented the falling of the meteorite with all their strength. Marvelous. Uchiha Madara smiled slightly. As expected of the two shadows, especially Onoki, they seemed to have improved a lot. But, what do you want to do with the second one? Rumble, rumble. Suddenly, a second meteorite appeared on the entire sky. Falling down suddenly, hit hard on the first one. Boom. Onoki screamed suddenly, as if his whole body was squashed. Can't hold it anymore, the whole person suddenly fell down. And what followed was the fall of two meteorites. Uchiha Madara laughed. Have you seen, ants? This is the power of Uchiha Madara. This is the power of God. With your strength, do you want to fight me too? Seeing that the two meteorites are about to fall, the entire ninja coalition may also be in a desperate situation of annihilation. Suddenly, don't underestimate us. Tsunade roared and stepped on the ground suddenly. The whole person immediately rose into the sky. It hurts my feet. Boom. She immediately fought back and rose into the sky. Kicked hard on the entire meteorite. Suddenly, the entire meteorite showed signs of torn apart in an instant. Just when Uchiha Madara frowned. And I. Sage Art. Super Big Ball Rasengan. Jiraiya suddenly flew up. A huge Sage Art Super Big Ball Rasengan, bombarded away fiercely, right on the huge meteorite. Rumble, rumble. The whole meteorite, under the combined force of Jiraiya and Tsunade, finally broke apart. It turned into rubble that splashed all over the sky, and fell down rumblingly. It actually broke the meteorite. These two. However, even the broken meteorite, falling down, still has unparalleled power. And at the moment, Gaara and Onoki broke out their own ninjutsu at the same time. Earth style, Gang Li style technique, hands of sand. Both of them are good at defensive techniques, and at the same time they launch ninjutsu, protecting everyone in it. Rumble, falling down, the gravel like a torrential rain was blocked by Gaara's sand. The large meteorites that occasionally fell were also defended by Tsuchikage Onoki's Gang Li technique. Other small stones were easily broken, resisted, or dodged by various ninjas. Tengai Shinsei of Uchiha Madara, with the combined efforts of the four shadows and the two Sannins, was finally cracked. Uchiha Madara frowned. Even this trick has been cracked. It seems that I underestimated you. In that case, I will play with you seriously. He suddenly exploded all his power. Just use this to play with you seriously. Completely Susanoo. Rumble, rumble. With a loud bang, Uchiha Madara's Susanoo skyrocketed tenfold and 100-fold in an instant. In an instant, a huge and unparalleled terrifying loud noise descended on the battlefield. That huge body is simply not like a terrifying behemoth that humans can summon. Hundreds of meters in height. Wei Neng peerless, unimaginable. The horror is ultimate. That's the legendary complete body Susanoo. Onoki's forehead rolled with cold sweat. Even if it was him, it was the first time to see the real Susanoo in full body. And all the four shadows, Jiraiya and 177 Tsunade, Kakashi, Might Guy and all the characters in the Ninja Alliance are all stunned and shocked. This kind of oppression, this kind of terrifying aura, made everyone feel the pressure like a god or a monster. Well, this is the power of Susanoo. Since you are known as the Shadow, or the legendary Sannin, I use this to deal with you, it is not a big bully. Bring it on. Uchiha Madara's thoughts moved, and a huge horror sword appeared in Susanoo's hands. Boom. Suddenly, a sword swung out. Everyone retreated immediately, retreated hundreds of meters in an instant. This sword failed, but it slashed out fiercely. Boom. Thousands of meters away, a huge hill was suddenly cut into two pieces. Rumble, rumble, the entire mountain was broken from it, and the top of the mountain suddenly fell down, erupting with a terrifying roar. That is, one sword breaks the mountain. Everyone can't help being horrified. Such power has surpassed the imagination limit of ordinary ninjas. It simply shouldn't exist between this ninja world. Bring it on. 4 shadows, 2 legendary Sannins. Let me crush you to death. Come to please me. Chapter 164. Advertise here. The 4 shadows suddenly panted, and they were almost in despair. And Jiraiya and Tsunade also looked at each other and couldn't help laughing. Such power, even though they are all first-class ninjas in the world, the strongest among the strong, but at this moment. Also knows that there is no way to contend. But if you don't resist at this moment, it's just a death. So Tsunade roared angrily, everyone. If you don't fight at this moment, there is only one dead end. Follow me, kill, kill. Of course, all ninja coalition forces understood this truth, and under the command of Tsunade, they rushed away. Earth style, Earth Dragon Bomb. Wind style, Great Breakthrough. Water style, Water Dragon Bomb. Fire style, Big Flame Bomb. Lightning style, Thunder Dragon Technique. In an instant, various types of ninjutsu bombarded away. It hit Susanoo's huge body, but it seemed to be just tickling it. It is impossible to break through Susanoo's defense at all. It must be united together. Only by combining all the strengths and attacking together can there be a ray of life. Jiraiya frowned and said to everyone. Okay, Lord Jiraiya, you can command. Jiraiya had a plan with everyone nodded, and there was a glimmer of hope in their hearts. And infinite fighting spirit. Come on. This is the final battle. Earth style, ultra light and heavy rock technique. Onoki directly lightened Gaara's sand, making it more maneuverable. Gaara directly rose up, and with the sand also led several other powerful ninjas to fly into the sky together. Tsunade. Guy. Good. Exist. Cooperate with Master Tsuchikage and launch a full blow. Oh. Onoki immediately flew up as well, pressing his hands on the bodies of Tsunade and Guy, respectively. Super light and heavy rock technique. The bodies of the two have also become lighter, and their instantaneous speed has increased more than 10 times. Weird power. Quote exclamation mark quote. 8 inner gates formation. 7th gate. The gate. Open. The 3 of them went suddenly together. Using the earth-style super light and heavy rock technique, let 2 masters of physical skills reduce their body weight, has their speed increased. It's a pity that in this way, the attack will only be reduced. It's not worth mentioning. Don't underestimate us. Suddenly, when he was in front of Susanoo, Onogi gave a loud shout. Earth style, heavy rock technique, rumble, rumble. In an instant, Onoki performed the opposite earth style ninjutsu. In an instant, the weight of Tsunade and Guy skyrocketed dozens of times in an instant. As a result, the strength and attack power of the two also skyrocketed 100 times in an instant. It hurts my feet. Day Tiger. Boom. Boom. The attacks of 2 ninjas, the most powerful physical ninjas in the ninja world today, with the assist of Gaara's sand and the increase of Onoki's earth-style ninjutsu, the power is 100 times stronger. Hit Susanoo fiercely. Rumble. Even Susanoo, who is completely physical, can't ignore the power of these 2 people. What's more, it was a combined blow of the 2 who had been increased by dozens of times and hundreds of times. Boom. Above Susanoo, a terrifying crack appeared in an instant. Click, click. The terrifying voice made Uchiha Madara frown. What a powerful physique and strength. Under the increase of Onoki's earth style, do you have the power to compete with Susanoo? Boom. Susanoo finally broke a corner. But Uchiha Madara sneered. Susanoo's sword swung out suddenly. Tsunade. Guy. Quick retreat. The 2 immediately retreated quickly. At the same time, Onoki and Gaara performed defensive ninjutsu at the same time. Sand shield. Gang Lee style technique. Boom. Susanoo's sword slashed down fiercely. The defenses of the 2 people also shattered instantly. But at least, Tsunade and Might Guy managed to escape the danger. And above Susanoo's body, a huge broken hole appeared. Take advantage of it now. Jiraiya shouted. At the same time, Terumi immediately roared. Boil style. Skillful fog technique. Lava style. Strange melting technique. She displayed her 2 great blood successions at the same time. A burst of thick fog, containing strong acid, instantly diffused out, enveloping the entire body Susanoo in it, and began to corrode crazily. And the strong acid liquid sprayed on Susanoo at the same time, and also began to dissolve the chakra armor. Especially in the newly damaged cavity, it is directly penetrated by acid liquid and acid mist. Can it corrupt Susanoo's blood inheritance boundary? Uchiha Madara frowned slightly and suddenly thought about it. The terrifying chakra rose instantly. The hole that had just been shattered turned out to be healed again in an instant. Diaresis, Sage Art, Gomon. Jiraiya suddenly displayed his powerful Sage Art. An instant horrible fire and hot oil billowed out, and directly annihilated Susanoo's feet in it. It makes a sizzling sound, it seems to be burning, incinerating. Sage Art. Uchiha Madara sneered, his eyes turned into Rinnegan in an instant. Feng Shu sucks the mark. He suddenly urged his complete body Susanoo, and activated the sealing technique to suck the mark. For a moment, boil style, lava style, Sage Art. All the offensives were devoured by him madly. Everything is gone. And just now, the entire body Susanoo, who was shattered by everyone's efforts, also returned to normal in an instant. Desperate. Everyone was panting and desperate. Only Jiraiya did not give up at all. Kakashi. Yes. Kakashi's left eye opened instantly, transforming into the shape of a three-go jade, Dai Jiao Jiao, and then suddenly rotated. A twisted force of the void radiated out instantly. Boom. As if to swallow his whole person. Distortion. Strangled. In an instant, Susanoo's head, where Uchiha Madara was standing, began to twist. This kid is the one Obito said. It directly hit Susanoo's body. Kakashi activated Kamui instantly. Mangekyo Sharingan. Kamui. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. What is Kakashi? However, it's a pity that you are facing me. Uchiha Madara. It is the main body of Uchiha Madara located on Susanoo's head. And the goal, is it the same Mangekyo Sharingan ability as Obito? Even among Mangekyo Sharingan's abilities, Obito's ability is the top one. It's really tricky. Chapter 165. Advertise here. Boom. Susanoo, Uchiha Madara's complete body, stretched out the wings behind him and flew directly. Kakashi's Kamui, after all, is not too skilled, it takes a long time to stare if you want to tear the opponent. Before tearing apart Susanoo's defenses, Uchiha Madara has completely flew away Susanoo. Kakashi couldn't help covering his left eye, and said tiredly, "Sorry, Lord Jiraiya." Uchiha Madara laughed and stood proudly on the heights. Full body Susanoo, as if a god descending, looked down upon all the ninjas in the world. Boom. He drew his sword again, slashed suddenly, sweeping the world. Boom. Suddenly, the entire ninja coalition broke apart from it in an instant, and a huge gully appeared on the ground. Uchiha Madara doesn't need to do it at all. He just needs to hold his chest, stand on Susanoo's head, looking at all this indifferently. With a thought, Susanoo's great sword swept across, slashed vertically, and slashed down. It's like cutting melons and vegetables, harvesting the lives of the entire ninja allied forces. Master Jiraiya, it won't work like this. Uchiha Madara, it's so powerful, it's not a dimensional force at all. Jiraiya frowned. Of course, he also knew that the enemy was powerful and had surpassed the imagination of ordinary ninjas. But, this is the end, even if you want to give up, it is impossible. The only way is to fight. Might Guy looked at Jiraiya. Master Jiraiya, actually, let me come. I'm afraid, only my 8 inner gates formation can break through Susanoo's defense. Jiraiya glanced at him. What do you want to do? Open the dead door. No, that's just to die, Might Guy said. But. Onoki suddenly said, who said that only your physical skills can break Susanoo's defense? You two underestimate the old man. Jiraiya frowned and said, Tsuchikage-sama, your dust is really great, but now you, chakra should be almost exhausted, right? Tsunade suddenly said, I am here. Tsuchikage, let me help you. Good. Tsunade suddenly activated his powerful recovery ability. Give you the chakra I have accumulated, Tsuchikage. Rumble, rumble. In an instant, the huge amount of chakra accumulated in the 100 healings mark on Tsunade's forehead was released in an instant. Through her arm, all was transported to Onoki. Good. Such a huge chakra, should be able to perform that trick. Onoki roared and exploded his strongest killer move. Dust escape. Boundary stripping technique. Boom. A huge cube suddenly descended between heaven and earth. The scale is hundreds of times larger than his previous primordial stripping technique. Instantly expanded and swallowed everything. Even a part of Susanoo was directly engulfed in it, and was instantly annihilated. It's an upgraded version of the Dust Escape original realm peeling technique, is it the boundary peeling technique? It's a lot bigger. Did Hashirama's granddaughter lend him chakra? Boom. Dust Escape my bounding stripping technique. Activated in an instant, everything in the entire huge cube was completely decomposed and turned into absolute nothingness. Even, including half of the full body Susanoo. Half of the body is directly turned into nothingness. Only half is left, but still standing proudly. Uchiha Madara smiled slightly. Good. Sure enough, they are the people who have the name of the shadow. It's really interesting, but it's a pity. Boom. Everyone united, and with a full blow, Susanoo completely destroyed a part of it. However, between Uchiha Madara's thoughts, complete body Susanoo recovered in an instant. Returned into a height of several hundred meters, the terrifying existence of a giant monster. Your strength, in my eyes, is still. It's just a little gravel, it's not as good as me. Boom. Uchiha Madara's momentum skyrocketed again in an instant, crushing sentient beings. Onoki was panting heavily, Tsunade had just exhausted chakra, and was desperately recovering. And everyone else fell into despair one by one. The entire ninja coalition seems to have seen the real gods and demons. There is nothing to fight back. As this Uchiha Madara, the power of God. Too strong. Be yelling. Be yelling. One after another ninja, the weapon in his hand fell to the ground. They have completely lost their desire and will to fight. Even Onogi was speechless. Well, I have enough to play with you, just use this blow to send all of you on the road. Susanoo of Uchiha Madara is completely body, standing proudly in an instant, flying down. Rumble, turned into a huge, invincible god of war, descended in front of the entire ninja coalition. The sword of Susanoo in his hand seems to be able to break the ground and cut off the river. Die. Susanoo's sword swung down suddenly, slashing. Boom. It seems that in the next moment, all the ninja coalition forces will suffer heavy losses and countless casualties. However, at this moment, Rumble, Susanoo, the whole body, suddenly started to dissipate. What happened? Uchiha Madara couldn't help frowning. This is, impure world reincarnation technique has been unlocked. The soul of Uchiha Madara suddenly rises from the complete body Susanoo that is crazily collapsing. It seems to ascend into the pure land of heaven. That is, impure world reincarnation technique has been unlocked. It's Hokage-sama. Hokage-sama has found the operator behind, forcing him to unlock the impure world reincarnation technique. We are saved. Everyone roared and cheered instantly. Crazy roars, ecstatic roars, everyone screamed the name of Lord Hokage. Long live Lord Qianyu. Seeing, on the entire battlefield of the ninja world, all the bodies of impure world reincarnation began to dissipate and disintegrate, and the souls began to ascend to heaven one by one, completely turning into nothingness. Uchiha Madara is also average. Everyone gave birth to the joy of victory. However, at this moment, do you think you can defeat me by unlocking the impure world reincarnation technique? Too underestimated me. Impure world reincarnation technique. Solution. Uchiha Madara unexpectedly unlocked the control of impure world reincarnation by himself. The soul did not ascend into the pure land, but returned to the ninja world. He unlocked the control of impure world reincarnation technique by himself. How can it be? Suddenly, the flames of hope that the entire ninja world alliance had just given birth to were completely extinguished in an instant. Uchiha Madara, once again Kun is in the world, staring proudly at the entire ninja allied forces. Now, you still can't escape the fate of death. Die. Chapter 166. Advertise here. At that moment, it was Qianyu who forced Yakushi Kabuto to perform the impure world reincarnation technique solution. Cracked impure world reincarnation. And this is also a turning point for the entire battlefield. Many impure world reincarnation powerhouses on the battlefield, one by one, began to turn into ashes and dust, flying ashes and annihilation. The souls also soared up and returned to the pure land of heaven again. The entire Fourth Ninja World War, starting from this moment, redeveloped in the favorable direction of the ninja allied forces. But, the only exception. But it is also the most powerful accident. It's Uchiha Madara. He actually unlocked the control of impure world reincarnation by himself and returned to the world. Uchiha Madara sneered. Since Susanoo has just disappeared, no matter what, it's okay to use it again. What's the point? I will let you see something new. Wood style. The tree world is born. Rumble, rumble. Uchiha Madara unexpectedly displayed the stunt of first Hokage Senju Hashirama. Wood style secret art. Birth of the tree world. Tsunade was taken aback. That's grandfather's wood style mystery. The tree world is born. He actually. Jiraiya frowned and said, it seems to have swallowed wood style cells fused with Master First Hokage. It's even more difficult now. I'm afraid, even if Master First Hokage comes personally now, he is not his opponent anymore. Of course everyone knows it. Originally, the only person in the entire ninja world who could suppress Uchiha Madara was Senju Hashirama. And Uchiha Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan is the opposite of First Hokage's wood style mystery. But now, Uchiha Madara has even the most powerful opponent in his hands, Master. So, even if Senju Hashirama is resurrected, I am afraid he will no longer be his opponent. Despair. The entire ninja allied forces are now truly plunged into complete despair. All the ninjas are completely bound by the tree world birth, imprisoned, swallowed, and strangled. The rest of the strong, cage-level characters, have almost reached their limit. Although there are still many strong people who have not given up, everyone is fighting to the death. Such as Jiraiya, Tsunade, Onogi, Terumi Mei, Darui, Gaara, Kakashi, Might Guy, Fugaku, Hyuga Hiashi, etc. However, Under the absolute suppressing power of Uchiha Madara, it is also known that the whole battle cannot be changed at all. Everyone's heart is calling a person's name. Uchiha Qianyu. Where did Master Qianyu go? Master Hokage. Come here now. Uchiha Madara sneered. You still have to fight against the trapped beasts, do you want to resist? Very well, since that's the case, let's make you even more desperate. Wood style. The flower and tree world has a birthday. Rumble, rumble. Among the towering old trees that were born in the tree world, many branches have skyrocketed. Even on the top of the huge tree trunk, huge flowers have opened up. Tsunade was shocked immediately. Be careful, everyone. This is the birth technique of the flower and tree world. Those opened flowers will release poisonous pollen, which must not be contaminated. However, although she reminded me so, but how many people can escape? Uchiha Madara sneered. Oh, want to avoid it? Then let me add another fire. Fire style. The fire is gone. Boom. In an instant, a huge flame burst into flames, as if it had turned into a sea of flames in an instant. Fire style. Wood style. Under the fusion of the two, it seems that a more terrifying power has erupted. The endless sea of trees burst into flames instantly. Those pollen, even under the burning of the flames, exploded out quickly, spreading out in all directions, all corners of the entire battlefield. One ninja finally fell completely. Even the top 4 cage level masters, Tsunade and Jiraiya, and those who have persisted in fighting until now, also seems to have reached the end. The power of Uchiha Madara. Too strong. It's not the same dimension with oneself at all. At this time, boom, a huge statue of Susanoo fell from the sky in an instant. Then, the huge Susanoo wings behind it suddenly flapped. The hurricane that roared out instantly swept the audience. Boom. In an instant, all the sea of fire and pollen poisonous mist were swept away by this gust of wind. Fly back. Uchiha Madara frowned. Who is it? A figure stands proudly in Susanoo. The person here is of course Uchiha Qianyu, Master Hokage. It's Master Hokage here. We are saved. For a time, cheers were everywhere, mad roars, and cheers that survived catastrophe resounded throughout the earth. Find flowers. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and the 4 shadows also breathed a sigh of relief. They looked at each other, and they all saw hope in each other's eyes. Master Hokage is here. We are saved. Such an idea came to everyone's heart. Uchiha Madara frowned. Uchiha Qianyu, you finally came. Qianyu said calmly. Uchiha Madara, you are arrogant enough. Since I'm here, you don't have to play awe-inspiring here anymore. If you are acquainted, you'd better surrender and surrender. Anyway, you are also my defeated man. Uchiha Madara was furious. Qianyu, you are just a descendant of my Uchiha clan. Dare to talk to me like this. ... 0. Qianyu sneered. Uchiha Madara, you are too naive. You still believe this kind of nonsense. Since you believe in strength, you should understand. My strength is above you. So, you are not even qualified to behave in front of me. You. Uchiha Madara laughed wildly. What a Uchiha Qianyu. Sure enough, it's you. You are the first to talk to me like this. Even Hashirama never dared to talk to me like this. Good. But, do you really think that I will come to this battlefield unprepared? Well, I will let you see. It's not my opponent either. Jiraiya's heart moved, frowning. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. That is, Uchiha Qianyu, even if it's you. My real power. Boom. Qianyu sneered slightly. Sage mode. Uchiha Madara actually learned Sage mode. How is it possible? Uchiha Madara, you really do not live or die. Clearly knowing that you will appear, will I still be an enemy of you unprepared? It turned out to be 10 times more powerful than before. Oyemu frowned and said, now, it's even more difficult to do. In Uchiha Madara's body, a powerful force suddenly burst out. Uchiha Madara sneered and said, this is after I obtained Hashirama's cells. I have been studying with great concentration for this period of time, and finally succeeded in his Sage mode. I am now 10 times stronger than before. Chapter 167. Advertise here. Suddenly Qianyu burst out his own power. For a moment, Susanoo suddenly skyrocketed again 10 times 100 times. The body, which was originally extremely tall, is now even more like a giant that propped up the heavens and the earth. Coming to the world. Then, what is that? Completely Susanoo. No, it's bigger and bigger than Uchiha Madara's complete body Susanoo. And, besides, what is that, more than just complete Susanoo? For a while, everyone was stunned and shocked. Even Uchiha Madara can't help but frown and be taken aback. What? This kid turned on Susanoo. No, it's wrong. How could his perfect body Susanoo be so terrifying and powerful? 10 times and 100 times more terrifying than mine. Qianyu sneered. Uchiha Madara, I will show you what Susanoo is truly perfect. Boom. Qianyu's complete body, Susanoo, finally came to the world for the first time. It was the sign in system reward that he finally opened after arriving at this final battlefield. Ding dong. Congratulations to host for signing into the final Ninja War battlefield. Get the system sign in rewards as follows. Mangekyo Sharingan increases progress by 10%. The current progress is 100%. Open the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. The power of the left eye Budu Royal Soul is increased. There is no limit to the right eye Gao Tianyuan ability. No cooling time limit. The eyes have evolved into the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Turn it on. Completely Susanoo. And is the most powerful complete body Susanoo. Qianyu could feel the enormous power contained in it, which was surpassed 10 times 100 times before. Completely Susanoo, no less than a few hundred meters in height. Moreover, the 2 wings behind have become 4 wings. The arms have also become 4 arms. Hold the full body Thunder Gun and the full body Yata Mirror separately. There are also 2 complete Susanoo swords. It's more than 10 times bigger than before. But Qianyu realized that this might not be the final form of Susanoo. The final form is probably at least 3 heads, 6 arms, and 12 wings. By then, this fully reflects the power of Susanoo, and there will be even more terrifying leap. However, just now, it has far surpassed Uchiha Madara's complete body Susanoo. Certainly. In addition, the more terrifying gain is Rinnegan. When the power of the Senju clan merges with the power of the Uchiha clan. That is, when the powers of Ashura and Indra meet, the yin and yang are merged, and the power that can produce all phenomena is born. That is the power of 6 paths. And Qianyu. At this moment when the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan was finally awakened. Successfully opened Rinnegan. He originally had the sage body of first Hokage Senju Hashirama, and now he adds the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan to open his eyes. Under the fusion of the 2 powers, you immediately have the true power of 6 paths. Rinnegan. Turn it on. Qianyu also opened the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan at the same time. Even more fully opened up Susanoo. Kun is on the whole ninja world. His left eye is the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and his right eye is Rinnegan. Full body Susanoo. Shock the heroes, shake the world. That's completely Susanoo. And also Rinnegan. Impossible. There is someone besides me who can unlock Rinnegan's power. This is impossible. Uchiha Madara was shocked. No matter how powerful Qianyu was, even if he was defeated in his hands, he did not panic. However, at this moment, it is truly panic. Rinnegan. Except for Sage of 6 Paths, that is the Eye of God opened by himself alone. Fairy eyes. It was also the opening of Rinnegan that made Uchiha Madara believe that he was the savior of the entire ninja world. But now, Uchiha Qianyu turned on Rinnegan as well. This directly shook his faith and will. Uchiha Madara. Now, let you see what the power of a true god is. Qianyu's thoughts moved, and the huge complete body Susanoo suddenly soared. The 4 wings behind suddenly fly by like electricity. And the 2 huge Susanoo swords slashed down violently. The power that can open up the world and destroy all things, slashing down towards Uchiha Madara fiercely. Uchiha Madara lost her face in shock, and Susanoo suddenly resisted with her big sword. Boom. There has never been a battle between heaven and earth. Full body of the battle between Susanoo. Under Qianyu's blow. Boom. Uchiha Madara's Susanoo sword broke apart from it, and with a loud noise, it turned into 2 broken swords. What kind of power is this? Uchiha Madara is gone. The first time I felt what was called horror. He roared frantically. Sage mode. Rumble, rumble. On top of the complete body Susanoo, the natural energy that burst out in an instant turned into a gigantic chakra. Wraps the entire body Susanoo in it. And the broken Susanoo's sword, unexpectedly reunited again. Towards Qianyu's complete body Susanoo counterattacked. Sage mode. Unfortunately, it's not as good as me. Rumble. Qianyu's perfect body Susanoo also burst out terrifying natural energy. However, it is 100 times more terrifying than Uchiha Madara. His Sage mode has already reached the height of 100% completion, even surpassing the strongest Senju Hashirama. Not to mention, it's Uchiha Madara that is selling now. Fairy Thor. Completely Susanoo. Coming to the ninja world. Boom. The terrifying thunder entanglement, the huge Shanshu chakra package, plus the terrifying power of Susanoo. Qianyu stands proudly in Susanoo, like a Kun god who is facing the entire ninja realm. Want to fight with me? The terrifying black thunder and flames burst out in an instant and burned past. Immortal thunder god's body Susanoo suddenly swept across with 2 swords. Boom. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Uchiha Madara suddenly felt an extreme danger. That feeling is. Susanoo of Uchiha Madara was split from it in an instant, into 3 pieces. Die. There was a loud bang. And Qianyu, with a direct thought, the spear of full body thunder suddenly stabs out. Uchiha Madara, you, the defeated 2.7 player, have been disqualified. I never thought that I would still feel like this now. Boom. The 2 swords of Susanoo completely cut across suddenly. Qianyu roared. Dead. What? It actually penetrated Uchiha Madara's Susanoo directly. Uchiha Madara's complete body Susanoo broke instantly again. Chapter 168. Advertise here. Boom. Susanoo. Uchiha Madara's complete body was instantly broken open by Qianyu. He was taken aback and shocked, falling directly from Susanoo. Of course, Qianyu didn't let him go. A spear of thunder directly stabs away from the broken Susanoo. Boom! With a sound, Uchiha Madara was directly nailed to the ground. And the terrifying black thunder fire is even more blazing. Annihilated his body in an instant. Uchiha Madara was furious. He still refuses to admit defeat. Shen Luo Tianzhong. He suddenly waved his hands, already exploding Rinnegan's ability. Shen Luo Tianzhong. In an instant, all the black thunder flames were directly blasted out. It's just that huge void still exists. However, he is the body of impure world reincarnation after all. Although hollow is terrifying, it is still slowly recovering. Qianyu sneered. Uchiha Madara, don't you give up yet. Does he think that he is the body of impure world reincarnation, so he can truly be immortal? Snapped. Qianyu slapped both hands. Prepare to activate your Rinnegan ability for the first time. Planetary devastation. Uchiha Madara is shocked to lose 24 colors. You want to seal me? Impossible. Rumble. Rumble. The whole earth began to tremble. The entire floor block began to collapse and disintegrate, breaking apart, frantically moving towards a core position above the sky, being swallowed and absorbed. That is, Rinnegan's ability, planetary devastation. Hokage-sama even possesses Rinnegan's power. Jiraiya and Tsunade looked at each other and were shocked. But in any case, the stronger the power of Hokage-sama, the better the winning rate of his own side. Of course it is a great thing. Seeing Uchiha Madara is about to be sealed by Qianyu. The entire war is about to usher in the final victory. At this moment, Shen Luo Tianzhong, a figure suddenly appeared on the battlefield. It's Uchiha Obito. Once he appeared, he immediately activated his power. Together with Uchiha Madara, Rinnegan's power was activated at the same time. Shen Luo Tianzhong. The two roared together, and a terrifying chakra broke out. At the same time, the eruption of Shen Luo Tianzhong instantly offset the power of Qianyu's planetary devastation. However, the two realized that they were still being swallowed away. What a powerful force. His one technique, combined with the power of the two of us, can't be cracked. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito looked at each other and they were shocked. Yasaka's Guyu. The two can only show their moves again. With a bang, finally cracked Qianyu's planetary devastation. The two were gasping for breath. He just awakened Rinnegan, how could his power be more terrifying than the two of us united? Qianyu also sneered. Uchiha Obito, have you finally appeared? Uchiha Obito didn't want to show up so early. But, although he and Uchiha Madara are not of one mind. But at this moment, he can't let Uchiha Madara be sealed like this. Otherwise, with his own strength alone, it is impossible to be Uchiha Qianyu's opponent. Then everything is over. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito stood together. Uchiha Madara glanced at him. Where did you go? Obito sneered. I naturally have my plans. Your wings are hard now, so you don't need to listen to me anymore, do you? Obito sneered. I'm sorry, I haven't fully trusted you from the beginning. Uchiha Madara. However, in the current situation, you and I still need to join forces temporarily, otherwise. I'm afraid I will die in the hands of Uchiha Qianyu. Uchiha Madara said coldly. Count you out. However, when I was fighting on the battlefield, where did you go? Is this what you call teaming up? Obito said. On the contrary, I acted precisely for our plan. In short, Obito said word by word. I seem to have found the way to get Eight Tails chakra. Uchiha Madara's face changed drastically. What? Where did you find it? The basic purpose of the two of them starting this war was actually to capture Eight Tails. As long as you get the chakra from Eight Tails, you can collect all the chakra tail beasts. It means, you can really summon 10 tails. Then, by becoming the Jinchuriki of 10 tails, he can finally launch the legendary ultimate forbidden technique. Infinite Tsukuyomi, and this is exactly the common goal of two people. The difference is that both people want to be the person who executes the target. Qianyu couldn't help but move his heart when he heard the conversation between the two of them. Eight Tails chakra. There is my own wood-style clone guarding Killer Bee. There is absolutely no problem. Uchiha Obito, where can I find chakra from Eight Tails? Uchiha Madara obviously did not understand. He looked at Uchiha Obito coldly. What is the solution? Uchiha Obito sighed. Originally, I wanted to wait until I found it, summon the real 10 tails and become 10 tails Jinchuriki, then come out to clear the battlefield and launch the last infinite Tsukuyomi. It's just that I didn't expect that you Uchiha Madara would be beaten like this. Fall in Qianyu's hands. I have to come out to rescue you halfway. Uchiha Madara is furious. You obviously want me to resist the power of everyone alone, especially Uchiha Qianyu's attack, so that you can find the last piece of the puzzle at ease and make yourself 10 tails Jinchuriki. Dare to say so grand sounding. Obito said, you can't say that. If I just thought that way, I won't come out to save you. You can wait until you become 10 tails Jinchuriki and sweep the army. Uchiha Madara sneered. Do you think I don't understand your wishful thinking? The reason you chose to save me is probably because your method is not foolproof, right? Uchiha Obito's face changed. As expected of Uchiha Madara, did you see through it? But, in any case, at least at this moment, the enemy of you and me is the same person. Uchiha Qianyu. Uchiha Madara was silent for a moment and nodded. You make sense. Uchiha Obito said. So, before my clone can bring the last 8 tails chakra, you and I need to cooperate sincerely. Together, come to face Uchiha Qianyu. Good. The two are standing together, ready to join forces to fight this unprecedented enemy together. Uchiha Qianyu. Chapter 169. Advertise here. For a while, the entire ninja coalition could not help being shocked. These 3 people, I'm going to fight to the death here. Jiraiya couldn't help swallowing. Rinnegan, the legendary eyes of the immortal, unexpectedly appeared 3 pairs. Although, Uchiha Madara and Obito are essentially the same pair. However, this kind of decisive battle is definitely unprecedented in the history of the entire ninja world. One person fights 2 strong men with Rinnegan, even Master Hokage. Tsunade couldn't help frowning slightly, worried. Jiraiya patted her on the shoulder and smiled slightly. Don't worry Tsunade, it's impossible for Hokage-sama to lose. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Madara Obito stood in one place. The two looked at Uchiha Qianyu, knowing that this person was the last enemy. Just defeat this person. Your own plan can be unimpeded. However, this person is undoubtedly the most powerful enemy and obstacle. Come on, Uchiha Madara. If we don't join forces to defeat this person, there will be no hope for our plan to come true. At least at this moment, the two are connected. After all, Qianyu can be said to be the only obstacle on their way forward. Completely Susanoo. Uchiha Madara once again launched his complete body Susanoo. Gedo statue. On the other hand, Uchiha Obito summoned the Gedo statue. The two joined forces and launched the final attack towards Qianyu. Qianyu sneered, thinking that by combining the power of the two of you, you can defeat me. Innocent. With a thought on his mind, the aura above his whole body instantly rose again and again. Rumble, rumble, Fairy Thor, completely Susanoo. Coming to the ninja world again. The two full-body Susanoo swords in both hands suddenly slashed down. And Uchiha Madara, at the same time, slashed with the sword of Susanoo. Uchiha Obito, it was Chakra, the tail beast that activated the Gedo statue. Tailed beast bomb. Quote exclamation mark quote. Boom, boom. Uchiha Madara's perfect body Susanoo, Uchiha Obito's Gedo statue tailed beast bomb. The attacks of the two people simply possess the power to destroy the world. What's more, 2 people are attacking at the same time, joining hands against the enemy. For a while, all the ninja coalition forces were stunned and shocked. But Qianyu just manipulated Susanoo. Susanoo's sword in his hands, suddenly slashed down. One sword. Break 2 swords. Another sword. Sword slash tailed beast bomb. Boom. Boom. 2 terrifying loud noises came, and the whole world was instantly cracked and everything collapsed. At the center of the battle between the 3, the earth completely broke apart in an instant, and with a bang, it soared up and turned into a huge abyss. That's where the tailed beast bomb exploded. And around the abyss, a series of terrifying ravines stretched horizontally, like a cliff and a deep valley, without bottoming out. That's where Susanoo's sword hits and weaves. The battle of the 3, with just one blow, has surpassed the combined strength of all the ninja coalition forces. Reached an unparalleled, unmatched point. For a time, all the ninja coalition forces gave birth to desperate expressions. Such 3 people, others are no longer qualified to fight against them. The only hope, only Master Hokage, only if Master Qianyu wins, can the entire ninja realm be rescued. With one move, Qianyu defeated both of them at the same time. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Madara Obito looked at each other, they couldn't help but frown. What a powerful force, even to withstand the combined blow of you and me. Why is his perfect body Susanoo so powerful? Uchiha Madara sneered. His perfect body, Susanoo, is more powerful than me. It seems that he is a combination of the dual powers of the Uchiha clan and the Senju clan. In the body, there are both the Uchiha clan Sharingan's blood inheritance boundary, and the Senju clan, especially Hashirama's wood-style cells and sage body. Under the combination of the two, the strength has long surpassed me. What's more, his sage mode is at its peak, even above Hashirama. Plus his horrible lightning-style power, merge into one. This is what he called, a mortal thunder god, who is fully aware of Susanoo's power. This kind of power is probably close to the Six Paths realm. Qianyu couldn't help but smile. As expected of Uchiha Madara. Sure enough, the vision is still as vicious as always. It's just that, even if you can analyze my abilities, what can you do? With the two of you now, it is impossible to be my opponent at all. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito were silent for a moment. It seems, diaresis, there is only real synergy. Uchiha Madara, can I trust you? Uchiha Madara sneered. Obito, the two of us are each other. However, at this time, if you and I can't trust each other, you will only end up being killed by him. So, don't doubt it. Good. The two of them rushed away in an instant. The hands of the two people suddenly touched. The power of the two Rinnegans seemed to merge into one in an instant. Qianyu's heart moved. This kind of power never even appeared in the original work. It seems that the two of them are finally going to perform new tricks in order to fight against the terrifying themselves beyond common sense. Rinnegan. The power of fusion. Wei outfit. Ghetto statue. Boom. With a loud noise, the power of the two people merged into one at this moment. Uchiha Madara's most powerful force at the moment is Susanoo. Uchiha Obito's most powerful force at the moment getting money, Ghetto statue. At this moment, merge into one at the same time. Turned into a terrifying giant Ghetto statue covered in Susanoo armor. Roar. The terrifying chakra is soaring and surging like boiling. The Ghetto statue, after devouring the chakra of the eight-tailed beast, merged with the complete body of Uchiha Madara, Susanoo chakra, and it seemed to come alive in an instant. That is, even Qianyu couldn't help but frown slightly. He had never thought of it, and there is this trick. After all, this never appeared in the original work. It seems that these two people were forced by themselves, not yet. But he didn't mean much to panic. Just smiled slightly. Wei outfit Ghetto statue. The power of Susanoo is fully integrated with the power of Ghetto statue. Thinking that this can counter my strength. Idiot talk about dreams. Chapter 170. Advertise here. The abilities of Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito merge into one. In an instant, on the body of the Ghetto statue, there was a horrible armor of complete Susanoo. Ghetto statue, originally a humanoid looking very haggard, had 10 more bulges like broken arms. But it seems to have turned into a terrifying and majestic god. Uchiha Madara's terrifying chakra, turned into the power of Susanoo, wrapped and covered the entire body. And the Ghetto statue, as if it had come alive, roared to the sky. Roar. In his mouth, a series of terrifying chakras suddenly appeared, and they began to gather together frantically. That is, Master Hokage, be careful. What a terrifying power. If you are hit by this move, I'm afraid it's just a blow, and the entire ninja coalition will be annihilated. But, you can only rely on the power of Master Hokage. At this level of battle, everyone understands that they are no longer eligible to fight. Even if it is an absolute powerhouse like Tsunade or Jiraiya. The same ALSP. From the new novel group 712,205,071. 111111. This group updates daily novels. From the new novel group 712205071. Qianyu's heart also moved slightly. This is, have you integrated Susanoo's Yasaka no Yuyu and Ghetto statue's tailed beast bomb? He smiled slightly. It just so happens, I also want to test where my strength limit is. I'm still afraid that there is no suitable enemy to try. In that case, let you see my strength too. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito suddenly stretched out their hands. At the same time burst out his most powerful force. Double Rinnegan power. Wei outfit tailed beast bomb. Boom. A huge and terrifying tailed beast bomb burst out in an instant. This is the fusion of the power of the Ghetto statue of the eight-tailed beast chakra, plus the power of Uchiha Madara's complete body Susanoo, plus the power of two people's Rinnegan. It broke out in one place, and the horror shot out by the tailed beast bomb. Wei Zhuang tailed beast bomb. Qianyu smiled slightly. It's interesting, in that case. The Jade of Extinguishing Tao. Qianyu immediately exploded with his strongest power. Jade of Extinction rode. For a moment, a black thunder ball came into being in an instant. Then, extremely concentrated, it turned into a terrifying black ball with almost unlimited density. Then, Qianyu's horrible sage body chakra suddenly condenses into it. After that, there is the terrifying sage mode, chakra. In addition, he has the power of Susanoo now. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan's power. All merged in this blow. Wei Zhuang tailed beast bomb. Jade of Extinction rode. Crash. For a time. The sky is falling apart. Howling ghosts. The whole world was pale in an instant, and everything lost its color. Turned into absolute white. Nothing can be seen directly. And then, a huge roar suddenly came. I have suppressed everything. Mountains and rivers, trees, flowers, birds, beasts, insects and fish, everything seems to be silent. Between the heavens and the earth, there is only this roar. Boom. After the impact, no one can see anything, hear nothing. It seems that the eyes are blind and the ears are also deaf. What happened? What is the result? Everyone can't perceive the situation at this moment, but they are anxious and terrified in their hearts. When they finally calmed down, their ears and eyes slowly recovered a bit. I saw the most terrifying scene. The original land has completely turned into an abyss and a valley. The river that was diverted from nowhere, rushed down quickly and turned into a huge waterfall. Crazy water, turbulent, rushing down. As if it is a deep valley, a river and waterfall that has existed since ancient times. However, here, shortly before, there was still a piece of flat land. But the attack by the three of them directly changed the terrain. That's a miracle. The power of God. So horrible. These three people, any one of them, probably has enough power to contend and destroy the entire ninja realm. Master Hokage, we must defeat the enemy. Between the hearts and minds of everyone, Qianyu smiled slightly and faced the two enemies on the opposite side. It seems that the two pairs of Rinnegan work together, and this strength is nothing more than that. Then everyone looked at the two people opposite. The ghetto statue technique, the prestigious outfit of the two, is also terrible at this moment. The originally majestic and complete Susanoo armor has been stripped of most of it. The body of ghetto statue has also been destroyed a lot. Not to mention the body of two people. Uchiha Madara was obviously trying to cover Obito, and his body was directly shattered. It was the undead body that madly relied on impure world reincarnation to recover as soon as possible. And Uchiha Obito, panting wildly, obviously almost exhausted. Qianyu's blow. It actually resisted the combined blow of two people. Even, directly hit the two of them. For a time. Hokage-sama is invincible. Long live. The cheers came one after another, like thunder. Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Madara Obito looked at each other. This person simply surpasses the gods. How can there be such a terrifying power? Uchiha Madara was shocked. Even Senju Hashirama, his old opponent, the enemy of his life, is absolutely impossible to have such a terrifying power. Even, Uchiha Qianyu at this moment surpassed the combined strength of his and Senju Hashirama. This is simply a myth. Damn it. If Obito, this kid, can follow my orders and launch the revolving heaven technique to revive me, so that I can restore my peak strength, no, even further, there may be a glimmer of hope. I resurrected and resurrected. I also have the power of the Uchiha and Senju clan, plus the newly understood sage mode, of course. And my assassin. Round Tomb Side Prison. Uchiha Madara frowned. His most powerful strength is the unique Rinnegan ability. Hell by the tomb. How powerful is this trick? Go straight to the 9 big-tailed beasts. Even Naruto and Sasuke, who were in the Fairy Fox mode and Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan state, were unable to fight back. Under 6 paths, it is invincible. Before getting it, I can't force him to resurrect him, otherwise. Not to mention, Qianyu sneered. You two are not my opponents when you join forces. It really disappoints me. Boom. This time, 10 tails can finally be resurrected. 8 sources of chakra power. But, it's a pity that this trick can only be used when you have your own real Rinnegan after you are resurrected. However, he couldn't expect that Obito would sacrifice for himself and resurrect himself. An Obito shadow clone suddenly descended on the battlefield of Ninja World. There is no way to truly gain the power of 6 paths. However, at this moment, thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Finally got it. Chakra of 8 tails. Uchiha Madara. Obito. Qianyu's heart was shocked. In Uchiha Obito's hands, the master has the last key. Uchiha Obito was suddenly ecstatic. Chapter 171. Advertise here. 8 tails chakra. Where did you get it? Not only Qianyu, but even Uchiha Madara frowned, wondering where Obito obtained chakra from 8 tails. Uchiha Obito did not hesitate at all. Impure world reincarnation technique. He directly used a white Zetsu as a sacrifice and launched the dirty earth reincarnation technique. And the person who came out of impure world reincarnation is. That is, Thunder Country, the people of Cloud Shinobi Village suddenly exclaimed. It's the 8 tails Jinchuriki of the previous generation. Master Barubi. Uchiha Obito directly manipulated the Barubi that came out of impure world reincarnation with illusion, and turned on the tail animalization. After that, he directly controlled the Ghetto statue and swallowed him directly. Roar. Ghetto statue, from this moment, finally completely swallowed all the 9 big-tailed beasts' chakra. Begin to run wild in an instant. Qianyu frowned slightly. I see, Uchiha Obito said indifferently. Yes, this is the land of thunder, the previous generation 8 tails Jinchuriki of Cloud Shinobi Village. Named, Barubi. He was also a good Jinchuriki with 8 tails back then, but unfortunately, in the later rampage, he raided Cloud Shinobi Village and caused huge casualties, and he himself died in this battle. The black hand behind the scenes who manipulated 8 tails to violently attack Cloud Shinobi Village is Orochimaru of Konoha Village. Of course, it doesn't matter to me. The so-called 8 tails Jinchuriki is just a tool. Now, the Ghetto statue has swallowed all the chakras of the 9-tailed beasts. Let you see it. What is the real 10 tails? Boom. Suddenly, Ghetto statue changes instantly. The bulge that was originally broken instantly turned into huge tails. Moving towards the sky, shaking frantically. Just the shaking of the tail is enough to cause the whole earth to shake. And his body immediately changed. Turned into a huge monster. There is only one eye, it is huge, and the stripes in it are the ripple-shaped Rinnegan. Roar. He roared, and the world was shaken. 10 tails. At this moment, the official resurrection. The entire ninja coalition forces were suddenly plunged into complete shock. That is, the legendary 10 tails. All chakras that incorporate the 9 big-tailed beasts, the ancestor of all things, the source of chakra. 10 tails. Uchiha Madara couldn't help but look at it with admiration. Obito, you were able to find the corpse of the previous generation 8 tails Jinchuriki. Impure world reincarnation came out to fill the last piece of the puzzle. I really underestimated you. Uchiha Obito said calmly. It's not all my credit. Yakushi Kabuto provided a lot of information, of course. Most of his information is also obtained from Orochimaru. And Orochimaru is the man behind the Eight Tails Chaos, so. Uchiha Madara nodded. I see. In order to gain the power of Eight Tails, Orochimaru manipulated Eight Tails Jinchuriki to launch the Eight Tails Chaos, and then saved the information that recorded all this. Later, it was acquired by Yakushi Kabuto, and Yakushi Kabuto was sold to Uchiha Obito. Although I don't know what Yakushi Kabuto thinks, but it doesn't matter anymore. 10 Tails has been resurrected. There is only the last step left to his final plan. But before that, the last enemy must be eliminated. Uchiha Qianyu. Uchiha Obito obviously has the same idea. Uchiha Qianyu. Although you are indeed stronger than ever, even surpassing Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama, but 10 Tails has been resurrected, and the era that belongs to you is over. Now, let you see what is the power beyond the gods. Uchiha Obito immediately manipulated 10 Tails and launched the most powerful offensive. This trick is called, the sky is different. Boom. After 10 Tails was resurrected, it was extremely violent in an instant. He suddenly roared, and suddenly burst out violent power. Chakra burst out in an instant. Boom. Between the whole world, a real natural disaster, catastrophe suddenly broke out. Earthquake, volcano, tsunami, hurricane, thunderstorm. Crazy disasters are pouring out, as if to wash the entire world. The power of horror is not what ninjas can imagine. In an instant, all natural disasters and catastrophes came madly and violently, thunder raging, hurricanes violent, the earth shook, and tsunamis raged. Find flowers. The ninjas are like ants in front of this kind of power that can cause natural disasters. Qianyu frowned. He snorted. For a moment, Susanoo suddenly swung his big sword. Actually cut off the hurricane thunder that descended above the sky. Yada Mirror's offering, even directly suppressed the shaking of the earth. He turned out to be relying on the power of one person to directly suppress the terrifying world of 10 Tails. All the ninja coalition forces are facing the disaster of extinction. However, Qianyu was saved all by himself. Uchiha Obito sneered. Uchiha Qianyu, how much damage do you have to take for all the ninja coalition forces? Do you really think you are the savior? 10 Tails has been resurrected, even Qianyu can no longer stop our plan. ... 0. Everything is over. Accept your fate. Qianyu sneered. Do you really think that if 10 Tails is resurrected, the victory can be secured? It's so naive. Seeing Qianyu's expression, Uchiha Obito couldn't help being furious. Why? You haven't despaired yet. Why do you still fight? In that case, I will let you completely give up. At this moment, Uchiha Obito, who can manipulate 10 Tails, is 100 times more terrifying existence than Uchiha Madara. Because he is manipulating the Gedo statue. He has the real Rinnegan. Uchiha Madara is only in the state of impure world reincarnation, not as capable of using full Rinnegan. Uchiha Obito roared and spurred 10 Tails to burst out with real terrifying power. 10 Tails. Tailed Beast Bomb. Roar. 10 Tails suddenly roared, and spit out the incomparably huge tailed beast bomb from the mouth. The scary chakra mixed with red and black, all condensed into one, turned into an unprecedented terrorist power. Each of this 10 Tails tailed beast bomb has the power to destroy the world. If Pain's plan comes true, this tailed beast bomb from 10 Tails is a real tailed beast weapon. It is enough to destroy a country in an instant. 10 Tails tailed beast bomb, shoot. Boom. 10 Tails tailed beast bomb burst out. Qianyu couldn't help but move slightly in the face of this blow. Very good, in that case. Just let you see my Rinnegan ability. Chapter 172. Advertise here. After everyone awakens Rinnegan, in addition to the inherent Rinnegan ability, you will also awaken your own, unique Rinnegan ability. Like Mangekyo Sharingan, everyone's abilities are different. For example, Uchiha Madara's Rinnegan has the unique ability, he is the Hell by the Tomb of the Wheel. And Uchiha Sasuke's Rinnegan ability is a natural hand power. As for Rinnegan's ancestors, Otsutsuki Kagaya, he has many abilities such as Wonquan Bilyangjaka and Heavenly Imperial. Of course, after all, she is the ancestor of the ninja world, the ultimate boss-level character, and her abilities are naturally much stronger than ordinary Rinnegan. And at the moment, after Qianyu awakened Rinnegan, of course he also gained his own unique ability. That is, you can use Rinnegan's pupil power to arbitrarily change the power of various attributes of the focused object. For example, moving direction. Then, face the terrifying blow of 10 Tails tailed beast bomb. Qianyu's Rinnegan was activated instantly. I caught my gaze instantly at 10 Tails tailed beast bomb. A flash of light. 10 Tails tailed beast bomb turned out to be a direct change of direction. From the original bombardment of himself and the ninja coalition forces, it turned to offset to the left. Although, it's just a few points off, it doesn't look very obvious. However, it has completely changed the situation. Boom. 10 Tails tailed beast bomb made a bang, and it flew out in an instant. I don't know how many miles away. Above the distant sea, it finally exploded. Suddenly, the world shakes. The land is cracked. However, the ninja allied forces were unscathed. What is that? His ability unique to Rinnegan. Change the direction of 10 Tails tailed beast bomb. Qianyu used his Rinnegan's power for the first time, and he was not very proficient. However, it is still easy to miss Ten Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. This ability is essentially the manipulation of space. Is it really a type of space-time ninjutsu? Qianyu himself was thinking. It just seems to have distorted the direction of the Ten Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. In essence, it has distorted the space around the Tailed Beast Bomb, so that its moving direction has to be deflected. Qianyu smiled slightly. This ability, just name it. Tian Chong Li Zun. The so-called Tianchong Lizun is the first existence born after the creation of heaven and earth in mythology. By analogy, it is somewhat similar to the legendary Pangu. And Qianyu, the force that can manipulate space arbitrarily, is extremely powerful. Although it has not been fully developed, it has almost unlimited power. So, named it after Tianchong Lizun. Seeing that the Ten Tails Tailed Beast Bomb under his control was cracked, Uchiha Obito was immediately annoyed. Uchiha Qianyu, let you see a stronger power. Uchiha Madara frowned. Obito, you are now forcibly manipulating Ten Tails, you have reached the limit. If he is allowed to evolve again, I am afraid he will soon be out of your control. By then, neither of you nor I can control him. Of course Uchiha Obito knows. However, he knew better that if he couldn't defeat Qianyu, he couldn't do anything. I know, but Uchiha Qianyu is an enemy that must be defeated. Ten Tails is gone, you and I work together to find a way to control it again. However, if you don't rely on Ten Tails, even if you and I work together, they will definitely not be this person's opponent. Uchiha Madara can only be silent. Let Uchiha Obito do it. Uchiha Obito suddenly relaxed his manipulation of Ten Tails. Suddenly, Ten Tails is frantically devouring the energy between heaven and earth. Even the previously suppressed chakra of the 9 big-tailed beasts are all released. His form is changing again. Directly transformed into the third form. From the previous skinny, directly turned into a strong body. The 10 tails are even more terrifying and vast. And his eyes directly turned into Guyu Rinnegan. Possess a terrifying coercion. It has even approached the power of the legendary Otsutsuki Kagaya body. The next form is the real sacred tree. There is only one step away from the final form. 10 Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. In this form, the power erupted by 10 tails is 100 times more terrifying than before. And under this shape, a terrifying flower bloomed on the head of the entire 10 tails. Huge unmatched. And in the middle of the flower, chakra crazily condenses. In an instant, a huge 10 tails tailed beast bomb that was 1,000 times more terrifying than before appeared again and descended into this world. This time 10 tails tailed beast bomb. I don't know how many times stronger than before. The scale has increased 10,000 times. The shape of the previous tailed beast bomb was not big, and it was not much different from the previous 9-tailed beast bomb. But this time, it has skyrocketed millions of times. It seems to be a terrifying black hole that can swallow and destroy the entire world. Crazy release of terrifying coercion. Let everyone give birth to the fear of death. Qianyu's brows couldn't help but frown slightly. 10 tails in the third form. In this state, it is infinitely close to the body of the sacred tree. Guyu Rinnegan, super large 10 tails tailed beast bomb. It seems, I also have to come up with my assassin. Qianyu sneered slightly. Rumble, rumble, he immediately summoned his complete body Susanoo again. The huge body instantly descended into the world, suppressed in the center of the battlefield, as if is a god of war who guards the entire ninja world. And then, he even patted with both hands directly. Rinnegan's power is activated again. That is. Rumble, rumble, the terrifying power suddenly flooded the entire body Susanoo. And Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Obito couldn't help but be surprised. Because, that kind of power, that kind of chakra. Very familiar. Turned out to be, chakra of the tail beast. There is no doubt that it is the chakra of the 9 big tails. How could he have the chakra of the tailed beast? Uchiha Madara roared. Uchiha Obito frowned. I see. It was when he was fighting Nagato. Nagato summoned the Gedo statue, but he used wood-style mystery to swallow the tail beast chakra contained in the Gedo statue. Although, among the Gedo statues at the time, there was no chakra of 8 tails. But, I'm afraid that as soon as 7 tails, and some chakras of 9 tails, were swallowed by him about half. Qianyu sneered. For a moment, all the tail beast's chakra instantly flooded the entire body Susanoo. In an instant, Susanoo seems to be completely trembling. The entire body, flesh and blood, bones, and armor burst out with extremely terrifying coercion, breath and light. It will be a battle in the realm of 6 paths. Qianyu sneered slightly. This is a power not inferior to 10 tails. Full body sage body chakra. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. My Uchiha Qianyu's power. The power of 6 paths. All merged together. This is full body sage mode fairy chakra. Full thunder fruit energy. Completely Susanoo. Let you see it. Add 1 to 7 tails and some 9 tails chakra. That is, have the power to surpass the gods. Qianyu's power at this moment is like the final battle of End Valley, Uchiha Sasuke, who swallowed all the chakras of the 9 big-tailed beasts and merged them into the ultimate form of Susanoo's birth. Qianyu sneered. Next, chapter 173. Advertise here. To be precise, when Rinnegan is turned on, you have already stepped into the threshold of 6 paths. After all, it is the eye of the fairy that is also called Sage Body. However, it is obvious that the original pen 6 paths is definitely inferior to the later 6 paths Obito and 6 paths Madara. Of course, the biggest difference is the difference in power. As the Jinchuriki, 6 paths Obito and 6 paths Madara of 10 tails, they have chakra and power that almost surpass the entire ninja world. This is nothing Nagato can compare. But, the current Qianyu is another matter. He doesn't just have the real Rinnegan, not the type transplanted from Uchiha Madara like Nagato. It also possesses the most powerful Sage Body Chakra, Sage Mode Chakra, and Sharingan's highest realm Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan in the entire ninja realm, fully body Susanoo. All these add up. He was originally a combined force of Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama, and he was even more powerful. Not to mention, he now owns the chakra of 8-tailed beasts. Plus his own power, has long possessed the power to surpass ordinary 6 paths level masters. Even if Uchiha Obito and Uchiha Madara become the 6 paths level, they may not be able to suppress the current Qianyu. 24 Qianyu. Face this super powerful 10 tailed beast bomb. In an instant, he displayed his own terrifying power. 6 paths. The Jade of Extinguishing Paths. Boom. Qianyu burst out all his power. This time, the Jade of Extinguishing Dao, and its scale is also unprecedented. The oversized 10 tailed beast bomb, and Qianyu's 6 paths Jade. Burst. Bumped into one place. In an instant. The whole world seems to be broken. Reopened. In the chaos, it is as if the world is restarting, everything is shattered and broken, and the universe is shattered in reincarnation. Rumble, rumble, the center of the entire battlefield. A huge spherical pit appeared. As if, it's hell, it's the dwelling place of the devil. It's an endless abyss. After the dust, after the destruction. Uchiha Obito and Uchiha Madara looked at each other. But I saw, Uchiha Qianyu who still stands proudly. His complete body, Susanoo, still stands tall because of the chakra filled with 8-tailed beasts. Even though it has been damaged, it is still intact. And on my own side, even 10 tails has been hit hard. The whole body was blasted out and fell to the ground. 10 tails seemed to be broken a lot. The super large 10 tailed beast bomb, and Qianyu's 6 paths, the collision explosion. It is the strongest power that the entire ninja realm can erupt at this moment. Even 10 tails can't ignore it. 10 tails roared. Suddenly, the body began to split wildly. Turned into split bodies one by one, rushing towards the ninja coalition forces, attacking and leaving. He split. Be careful, Jiraiya yelled, already taking the lead and rushed out. And Tsunade and the other 4 shadows, the ninja elites from all sides, also roared and fought against these split bodies. For a time, the entire battlefield was once again in chaos. Uchiha Obito frowned. Even 10 tailed beast bomb in the 3rd form can't help him. 10 tails in this form is hard for me to manipulate. It's going to be a complete runaway. But there is still nothing left Uchiha Qianyu. Is this man really invincible? Uchiha Madara was also silent. He also knew that facing the 10 tailed beast bomb just now, even in his peak state, he would definitely not be able to resist it. However, the man on the opposite side easily cracked this terrifying power. Even Uchiha Madara was shocked and, because of Qianyu's power. Fear. One person, singles out 10 tails. What kind of horrible existence is this? Even Sage of 6 paths back then, together with his younger brother Otsutsuki Hamura, can fight against the runaway 10 tails to finally seal it. Although the current 10 tails is far from the final form, it is also not something that anyone can resist. Apart from the man opposite, Uchiha Qianyu. This man, nowadays, it can only be described in one word. That is, God. And Qianyu, he also felt this kind of terrifying power, unprecedented. He was already invincible in the world, and after he swallowed all the 8-tailed beasts chakra accumulated. There is no one before and no one afterwards. This state, this mode, can only be called God. Qianyu faced the crazy 10 tails, and the sky changed while the tail was wagging. He sneered. Do you still want to launch a natural disaster? Suppression. Sage Art. Myojin Gate. Rumble. Rumble. Qianyu's Sage Art wood-style Mingshan Gate, instantly descended from the sky, directly suppressing all the 10 tails of 10 tails. Closed 10. And the last and largest Mingshan Gate directly suppressed his head. There are many more seals, suppressing the strength and will of 10 tails. Head cover. Boom. 10 tails' entire body was nailed to the ground. And although his roar was terrifying, for a moment, he couldn't break the power seal of the Myojin Gate. He can only split as many splits as possible. Towards Qianyu and the many ninja coalition forces attacking. Qianyu sneered. The main body is nothing but this, do you still want to fight against me with the split body? Completely Susanoo. Sword of God. Boom. The two-handed Susanoo sword, in this form, evolved into the Sword of God. Suddenly slashed and cut down. Rumble, rumble. Under 2 swords, hundreds of 10 tails split bodies, directly turned into dust, ashes, and ashes. God. The Spear of Thunder. Boom. The Spear of Thunder has also evolved into the Spear of God Thunder. A sudden blow. The terrifying black thunder fire swallowed and obliterated the large 10 tails split body. Burned them directly into coke and powder. Gone with the wind. God. Yasaka's Guyu. Boom. Susanoo, Qianyu's complete body, suddenly burst out a series of God Yasaka Goyu. Roar directly like a cannonball. Blasted on the ground ahead, countless split bodies and the main body of 10 tails were instantly destroyed and rotten, and suffered terrible damage. Qianyu's current strength, in every gesture, is comparable to the gods. Uchiha Obito couldn't help being furious. But helpless. Uchiha Madara immediately said, Obito. Immediately cast the revolving heaven technique to bring me back to life. I'm here to be the Jinchuriki of 10 tails. This is the only way to defeat Uchiha Qianyu. But, how could Uchiha Obito agree? Sacrifice yourself and become Uchiha Madara. He sneered and glanced at Uchiha Madara. Do not. Uchiha Madara, this 10 tails Jinchuriki, let me do it myself. Boom. He suddenly jumped on top of 10 tails' head, and put his hands together. Snapped. Finally, he started. 6 paths. 10 tails Ju Yin. Rumble, rumble, the entire 10 tails was suddenly swallowed by him. 10 tails roared, but finally couldn't resist it, and was completely integrated into Uchiha Obito's body. Boom. Uchiha Obito, the whole person turned into a sphere. White, perfect sphere. Then, rebirth like a feather. The sphere shattered. A perfect body appeared on the battlefield. 6 paths Obito, officially resurrected. Coming to the world. Chapter 174. Advertise here. From the new novel group 712,205,071. 111111. This group updates daily novels. From the new novel group 712205071. Uchiha Obito. Officially incarnate as Jinchuriki of 10 tails. Evolve to 6 paths Obito. Uchiha Madara did not stop him. Of course, one reason is because the spell he set in Obito's heart has been cracked by him using Kakashi's power. But he is not without other means. For example, the power of Black Zetsu. But he did not do so. Of course Uchiha Madara was not kind enough to let Uchiha Obito really succeed. What he was calculating in his heart was, today's Qianyu is unstoppable and impossible to defeat. The only way is to use Obito's power to fight him to death. When both sides lose and get hurt, then use Black Zetsu's power to pull 10 tails out of Obito's body and make yourself 10 tails Jinchuriki. At that time, Uchiha Obito, Uchiha Qianyu, all will be their own defeaters. Two dogs fight, play off. He sneered, stood aside, and watched quietly. 6 paths Obito, the whole body changed drastically in an instant. His eyes, Rinnegan, opened slightly. The body seems to have turned into pure white, but there are 5 scales behind it, and more importantly, 9 truth-seeking balls appeared behind him. That is it the realm of the legendary sage of 6 paths? Jiraiya frowned, as if he had also seen the legendary thing, shocked. And Tsunade also sighed. This kind of myths and legends can actually be witnessed today. Jiraiya smiled slightly. However, we also have Master Hokage. His power is no less than anyone. His realm is even higher than 6 paths Obito. All hope, it's all pinned on him. For a while, the hearts of the entire ninja coalition were silently praying. Hokage-sama, we must defeat the enemy. Hokage-sama is invincible. Qianyu saw 6 paths Obito on the opposite side, but his expression didn't change much. He smiled slightly. Is this the 6 paths mode? It does seem interesting. Uchiha Qianyu. The current me is invincible in the world. Even you, even anyone, can no longer be my opponent. 6 paths Obito laughed arrogantly. As if I have the world. Qianyu sneered, really? I really thought that with the power of 6 paths, Master would be invincible in the world. Very well, let me teach you a lesson. At this moment, all the attacks of the ninja allied forces are pouring out frantically. Shoot towards Uchiha Obito. What water style, fire style, wind style, earth style, lightning style. All kinds of blood follow the limit, even blood follow the elimination. All greeted fiercely towards 6 paths Obito. However, 6 paths Obito just waved his hand. The truth-seeking ball behind him turned into a spherical barrier, wrapping himself in it. No matter how attacked by any escape technique, it can't hurt the truth-seeking ball barrier at all. What is that? Jiraiya frowned. Qianyu said. That is the power of the legendary 10 tails Jinchuriki, the power of 6 paths. The black ball behind him is called truth-seeking ball. It's the real 6 paths magic. Only by combining water, earth, wind, thunder, fire, yin and yang, and all of its attributes, chakra, can you perform the ultimate ninjutsu. Any type of escape technique, even blood succession boundary, blood succession elimination, can't cause any harm to him. Everyone was shocked. That said, isn't it invincible in the world? Qianyu shook his head. Truth-seeking ball can indeed invalidate all ninjutsu, but I can't defend chakra. 6 paths Obito's body is the same. In addition, physical damage can also cause damage to him. In other words, now that the power of 6 paths Obito can be defeated, only Shanshu and physical skills are available. Uchiha Obito frowned. Uchiha Qianyu, I didn't expect you to know the Six Paths mode so clearly. It's just that, even if you know it, it's another matter to defeat me. Try it if you have the ability. The Hand of Ten Tails Chakra. Uchiha Obito suddenly activated the true power of Ten Tails Jinchuriki. A pair of huge red arms suddenly stretched out from behind. It is a horrible giant made up of Ten Tails Chakra. Possess the terrifying power to destroy the world, open up everything, and damage the whole world. Come on, Uchiha Qianyu. Boom. The Hand of Ten Tails Chakra suddenly grabbed it fiercely. Boom towards Qianyu's perfect body Susanoo. With this grasp, the four red yang formation, which the four Hokages in the original work together, can even directly break the collapse and disintegrate. And now, but it was firmly caught on Qianyu's complete body Susanoo. Want to break my complete body Susanoo? Diaresis, naive, boom. Qianyu's complete body, Susanoo, directly evolves again. Turned into the strongest force he can explode today. Name, from the new novel group 712,205,071. 111111. This group updates daily novels. From the new novel group 712205071. Fairy Thor. Completely Susanoo. The terrifying celestial energy chakra burst out in an instant. ZZZ. ZZZ. It's like boiling sea water, steaming. And when the Hand of Ten Tails chakra touched Susanoo's armor, it began to corrode. On Susanoo's armor, is the Shanshu chakra attached? Uchiha Obito frowned. In that case, let you see the true power of Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Come to the ninja world. Sacred tree. Uchiha Obito roared. Suddenly, a terrifying chakra energy burst out of his body. In an instant, a huge tree rose up. Even cover the sky and the sun, blocking everyone's sight. The world can't hide its figure. Unparalleled, the unprecedented huge body, to get the money, instantly took everyone's mind away. Shocked. Then, what is that? What a powerful technique. Qianyu said calmly. That is the legendary sacred tree. That is, the origin of everything. Of course, the current Uchiha Obito has not summoned a complete sacred tree. He splits the power of Ten Tails chakra into two, one part stays in his body, and the other part summons to descend into the body of the sacred tree. The sacred tree is soaring infinitely soon. Already near the end of the sky. Now, not yet. Come and try this trick. Uchiha Qianyu. At the end of the sacred tree, huge flowers bloomed suddenly. There are four, and the center of each flower spewed out a huge 10 tails tailed beast bomb at the same time. 4 10 tails tailed beast bomb. Towards the ninja coalition forces, bursting out in all directions at the same time. Chapter 175. Advertise here. 4 10 tails tailed beast bomb. What is that concept? If the bombardment really hits, I am afraid that the 4 shinobu villages will be wiped out. Even the whole world will be plunged into devastation. Everyone looked at this terrifying chakra, and they all changed color in amazement. Only Qianyu is still calm and calm. Did the body of the sacred tree finally appear? 10 tails tailed beast bomb launched from the sacred tree. Sure enough, I can launch 4 at once. It's really strong enough. Unfortunately, the Mangekyo Sharingan in Qianyu's eyes revolves in an instant. Turned into a real Rinnegan. It's about to die. He activated his Rinnegan ability. Tien Chong Li Zun. There was a loud noise. 4 10 tails tailed beast bombs burst out at the same time, blasting the entire ninja alliance in all directions. Blocked all the directions that can survive. At the same moment, Qianyu's Rinnegan ability was also suddenly activated. Tien Chong Li Zun. In an instant, the space around the 4 10 tails tailed beast bomb began to twist in an instant. Although it was only a minute change, but it affects and determines everything. Boom. 4 10 tails tailed beast bombs directly changed the direction of the launch. Way headed towards the sky, bursting away. Boom. 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 4 10 tails tailed beast bombs suddenly exploded on the sky at the same time. In an instant, the clouds were blown to pieces. Above the sky, huge cavities appeared in 4 directions at the same time. As if the sky is blown apart. However, the ninja coalition is still unscathed. Uchiha Obito said angrily. What a Uchiha Qianyu. Is it Rinnegan's ability? It can actually distort the launch direction of 10 tails tailed beast bomb. Uchiha Obito is furious. Suddenly fly by. He is going to fight Qianyu in a real fight to the death. After obtaining the power of 6 paths, Uchiha Obito truly has the ability to levitate and fly. Moreover, the body is even more immortal. Any ninjutsu has no effect. Although immortal and physical skills can cause damage to him, they can quickly recover and heal. A black Zen stick appeared in Uchiha Obito's hand. It is exactly what the truth-seeking ball yin and yang escape technique has changed. Possess unparalleled power. Any escape technique, blood continues to limit, blood continues to be eliminated, touches the Zen stick transformed by this yin-yang escape technique, it will be destroyed instantly. This is the power of 6 paths magic. Qianyu sneered and took Susanoo back in an instant, but a big sword appeared in his hand. It is exactly what Susanoo does. Sword of God. This sword of Susanoo, which is completely full, now also has the power of Black Thunder added. Of course, he has the real chakra, the ultimate fairy technique. Can be called Sword of the Immortal Thunder God. Uchiha Obito's Six Paths Zen Staff and Qianyu's Sword of the Thunder God intertwined in an instant and collided in one place. Boom. In an instant, the earth cracked again. The aftermath of the collision between the weapons in the hands of the two is enough to open up the entire land, and the ravines are vertical, horizontal, and shattered, like huge spider webs, filling the entire battlefield. Come on, Uchiha Qianyu. The current me has the power to surpass you. Boom, boom, boom. Two people holding weapons and fighting in close hands. The battle is a million times more intense. Although Qianyu's body is now almost golden, if he is injured by the Six Paths Zen stick, it will still be difficult to heal. After all, even the body of Impure World reincarnation can be completely damaged and cannot be restored. But, the Sword of the Immortal Thunder God in Qianyu's hand can also completely damage Six Paths Obito. Although he is immune to ninjutsu damage, he is not immune to Qianyu's terrifying fairy magic chakra. The battle between the two, in a flash, has already been intertwined and collided thousands of times in an instant. The terrifying power that broke out shocked everyone. Boom, boom, boom. When two people have weapons that can definitely hurt each other, what is tested is the master of the technique. Especially, the power of physical skills. However, in this respect, Qianyu is countless times stronger than Six Paths Obito. He possesses Marine Six Styles profound meaning, 8 inner gates formation, Conqueror's Haki, Mangekyo Sharingan of eternity, whether it is physical skills, power, speed, defense, perception, insight. Go beyond Six Paths Obito. Then, this close fight turned into Qianyu's suppression of Six Paths Obito's fight in an instant. Boom. Qianyu slammed his sword and slashed down. Slashed fiercely on the arm of Six Paths Obito. In an instant, a terrifying scar appeared on his arm. However, it did not bleed. The scars still exist. Six Paths Obito frowned, and quickly backed away. Want to retreat temporarily. However, Qianyu refused to give him any chance and immediately pursued him. Want to escape. Boom. Another sword slashed down. Six Paths Obito immediately used the Six Paths Zen stick to defensively hit it, but Qianyu instantly turned into a Sword of the Thunder God, directly blocked it, and suddenly slashed down. Boom. What? Six Paths Obito screamed, and one arm was cut in two directly. Fairy of Six Paths level. Qianyu's arm was severed with a sword. For an instant, everyone was stunned and shocked. Even Uchiha Madara, who was quietly watching the battle from the sidelines, couldn't help being frightened. What kind of power is this? That fellow Obito has clearly entered the realm of Sage of Six Paths. But, still suppressed by Uchiha Qianyu. Always beating. Even a broken arm. The man Uchiha Qianyu is too terrifying. Fear was born in Uchiha Madara's heart. Even if he still has the confidence to seize the power of Obito's Six Paths, he becomes the real Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and he is also confident that after he enters the Six Paths mode, he is much stronger than Obito. But, seeing Six Paths Obito being crushed, he still couldn't believe it in his heart. Uchiha Qianyu. Six Paths Obito roared. The broken arm also started to recover. However, after all, he was injured by Shanshu, and the process of recovery has been tens of thousands of times slower. Obviously, for a while, it is impossible to fight with both hands. He roared. You have completely irritated me, Uchiha Qianyu. Let you see the real horror power of Sage of Six Paths. The Rod of Creation. Skymarsh Spear. In an instant, the truth-seeking ball condensed into one and turned into a huge black long sword. A black horrible long sword shaped like a double helix. It is the so-called heart sword used by Sage of Six Paths to create the world. Heavenly Marsh Spear.